We are back, guys. What is up? Happy Gravy Day, everyone. It is Past Gravy episode 494, the first episode of 2023. How the heck are you guys? We missed you during this break, but I'm glad to be back. Got Pat, Bobby Jokes, and Alex back at it again. And this one, I'm already feeling good vibe. We had some technical difficulties setting up. I feel like Robert's already frustrated with us, and we have about 100 comeback kids on the list already. So why don't we get into the Precome segment before the comeback kids segment? And I'm drinking a cup of coffee right now, and I learned that I don't know dick about coffee. Because Pat taught me that dark roast coffee is not the strongest coffee. The light roast is actually stronger than dark roast. And I've just been like, if it's darker coffee, it's got to be stronger, right? No, I'm just
That's what I always thought.
It makes sense.
But I learned from a close personal friend started a coffee company, and apparently the darker roast, the more they roast it, it roasts some of the caffeine out of it. So you're going to get more caffeine out of a lighter roast. I had no idea too. Because think about it. You think, okay, what's the strongest coffee? Coffee black. Well, what's the blackest coffee? Dark roast, right? That just makes sense.
Yeah.
No. This whole time, we've been wrong.
Yeah, I've never said I was a coffee guy. I only exclusively drink black coffee because I don't want to enjoy coffee. I just want to have the effect that coffee gets.
Enjoy coffee time to time.
But if I enjoyed coffee, I would have like six cups of it a day, and it would be like, I don't want that.
Oh, hangover days, yeah, I'll easily go 4 or 5, maybe a little double espresso in there somewhere too.
Sometimes I'll go 2.
Like
I'll go
6.
2 cups.
Oh,
I'll get crazy.
The last time I was really hungover and I had to go to work the next morning, by 3 o'clock, I think I was on cup 5.
Yeah, well, I don't know shit about coffee.
It was a rough day.
Yeah, I don't know shit about coffee, and that's just something we wanted. I guess fun fact about me now, and fun fact to start the year off: get the light roast if you want more caffeine in it.
And now all you guys can tell that to everyone at your office. Yeah,
share that. Act like you found out about it. That like just like a good close personal friend of ours told us about that. But yeah, coffee bros. That's what we are right now. But another thing I learned today, and it's not really today, but I got new jeans for Christmas. Shout out to my mom for giving me some jeans, and I like these jeans a lot. But I also realized that like they have a button fly. They don't have a zipper, and it is just fucking my world up right now. It's just, I don't ever expect it. I go to pull a zipper, there's no zipper, and my head explodes temporarily, and then I'm just like, oh, you just pull down and you pull the buttons out. But it's just like, why did we make button flies? Why was that a thing?
What the fuck is a button fly?
Okay, all right, Robert, blur it out, I guess. You're gonna have to blur it, but like, so the fly is like, can you see these buttons? They're buttons.
No, I can't because I'm on my phone right now because of fucking technical difficulties.
It looks like I'm showing you my dick. I'm not showing you my dick, I promise. But it's like, see, there's buttons.
Dude, nice dick.
No, it's not my dick. Robert, blur that part.
Okay, I get the idea of what it is now, but yeah, who would do that?
I don't know. They're cool jeans. I really like them. They're really comfortable. I'm not gonna give any free ads out. But they're cool jeans. I didn't know they had button flies my mom is always like, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, here's a link. And she got me the ones that I picked. It's not like my mom picked the wrong jeans or anything. Like, these are awesome jeans. They just, when you go to take a piss, you're like, wait. And then like, this would have been a nightmare if you're a kid that's still like not figured out how to not piss yourself regularly. Like, this would just be an absolute nightmare if you couldn't get the buttons undone. That's what
buttons though. Can't you just go like, rah, rip that shit open?
Not snaps. Yeah, they're like the.
Oh,
there's
like
1, 2.
I was thinking snap buttons. Oh, that's
4
an
of
absolute nightmare. That's how you like in a real quick become the kid that just pulls his pants down underneath his ass. Like, I gotta pee. I don't have time for buttons. Huh. And then you're the weirdo just standing there with your pants around your knees.
Maybe that's why those kids did that. Let's not judge those kids.
Bottom fucking button up
because they had button flies. It just seems
so much
more like not practical than zippers.
Yeah,
Zippers like
not
zip,
at all.
button, one button, zipper, done.
You
Button
either go
flies,
zipper or sweatpants. Like if there's pants, I need a zipper on there. You can't take away my zipper at this point in my life. I know I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to where I can't learn new tricks.
Yeah,
Not on my
I guess
pants.
I am an old. I guess I am an old dog that cannot
We're
really
just
be
a couple of
taught.
old dogs, man.
I'm a button fly boy now, though. Button fly
Ugh,
boy.
that sounds brutal. I got to be honest with you.
These jeans are pretty awesome. Thank you, though. Like I'm glad that I felt like you were gonna shit on me at first, but like
No.
I'm glad that you're sort of seeing the struggle that I'm going through. Like enjoy the pants. They fit nice. Didn't have to take these bad boys to the tailor. I normally take my jeans to the tailor. You guys know that about me. They always fit better. Always fit
There's some
better.
money bags over there.
Dude, they're not that much.
Isn't it weird though when he cups your balls asking for your inseam?
That's why I go.
I mean, I know it's just customer service, but
That's why, like, when Deshaun Watson was getting all these like charges, like, just go to a fucking tailor, bro. They do that shit for free. It's part of the job. It may not be an Instagram girl that you DM'd, but like Farouk that I go to down the street, that guy's nails.
I don't know why, but the first name for a tailor off in my head would be Jasper. I don't know
The
why.
guy's name is Farouk down the street. I remember that. So I went to him twice. Got it back to me in like a week. Good dude.
Yeah, because you kept fucking leaning your crotch into his face and thought you were
Things that like
assaulting.
I don't remember. Like I don't remember like what I had for lunch yesterday. I don't remember important things like that. But I do remember the guy.
Birthdays.
I do remember my family's birthdays, but I do remember also Farouk the tailor that I went to last, which was 2 years ago.
Farouk the tailor seems like a character in a video game.
Farouk the tailor should be a character in a video game. Robert, write that down. Make Farouk
make a video game.
The tailor a video game character when we make the Pass the Gravy video game that we're eventually gonna come up with. We've been brainstorming. And by brainstorming, I mean this is us brainstorming.
I'm all in. I'll be a tester.
This is us starting that. Speaking of some testers, some ideas that we always pitch ideas on this part of the pod. I came up with an idea. I do the Clear It Big Blue podcast with my buddy Mike Fish, and he was talking about getting these blue light glasses to help his eyes watch like while he's on the computer all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if they had Blu-ray glasses? Blu-ray glasses would be sick. What are Blu-ray glasses, Alex? No, they're just regular sunglasses. They look like sunglasses, but on the inside, you can watch movies. How sick would that be?
Basically, you're just talking about VR.
Right, but they don't look like VR. Like the VR headset is very much like, obviously, Pat's got a VR. We need to find sunglasses that think how many kids would use this for school. Like you'd have sunglasses on in class and your teacher's like, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm watching. And then really you're just watching The Devil Wears Prada or whatever fucking movie you want to watch. I don't know why that was the first movie that came to my mind.
I mean, so you're just combining VR with Google Glass. Remember those?
But Google Glass didn't work. This will work because it's sunglasses. It's like Google Sunglass.
So, and maybe, okay, you partner with Ray-Bans. You got a little speaker in the back part of it over here. I could get behind these. Yeah. Oh, think about it. I mean, at night, you're laying there in bed, and instead of having to hold your phone up, you can just put the glass. Okay, I'm back in. I'm in on this.
See, not that bad of an idea. But also, you can go like incognito where like no one else knows. Like you go on the train. If you live in a city with trains, Houston doesn't have those, but like you're just sitting there, and you got your Blu-ray glasses on. You're like on a plane, you just got glasses on.
I don't think the train's a good idea.
You just got glasses on a plane though.
Plane,
in
yes.
The rain,
train, no.
With a fox in a box.
I think on the train you have to have your head on a swivel at all times.
That's a good point. Yeah, stuff happens on trains.
Yeah,
according to what I see on TikTok. At Pass Your Pod, follow us on TikTok, please.
Every story of the New York subway I've ever heard.
Yeah, but just Blu-ray glasses. I don't know if Blu-ray is its own company, but so like my my wife, we spent Christmas with her family, and what I gave her dad for Christmas was their Bluetooth speaker sunglasses. And I was like, these are either going to be awesome or they're going to suck. And like, he was like walking around. It's like, you can sort of hear like somebody just listening to their music loudly. Like, it sounds like they have their headphones on loud, but it's like, he was just like, when you put them on, you're just jamming. And it was like, I don't know how they made it work, but they looked like sunglasses. I was like, if we can do this with hearing, we got to be able to do it with seeing.
At first I hated it, but like immediately I got talked into it. I'm on board.
You came around. Okay. I'm glad. So that was really the idea
You made
that I brought
comment.
in for today. And then I also heard somebody say that something was two sides of the same coin today. And I've heard that saying, and I think it means like you're alike. It's the same coin, but coins have three sides. Fact or fiction?
I mean, yes, they've got three edges. Technically, that is the only side of the coin. Technically, the coin has two faces and one side.
It's a great point. How many sides does a coin have? A lot of people don't know.
I mean, it's always been my dream to flip a coin and have it land on its edge. That just seems like it'd be awesome.
Like, I always think about that in the Super Bowl. Like, you get the celebrity guy to go out and do it, and like, what if it just landed in like the freshly cut grass and was just like plop,
just stuck,
like right there? Like, do they go with whatever side it leans on if it's leaning to one side, or do they have to do a reflip?
I think you reflip. If it's not laying flat, it's got to be a reflip.
If there's a reflip and I lose the reflip, I call bullshit immediately. Like, if my team were to lose, I'm like, there's a fucking reflip. The whole game was rigged. Well, I mean, it got stuck in the this is bullshit. This game is under protest. The coins have three sides.
Three sides, yeah. Just because it's a small
coin.
side doesn't mean it doesn't count. Small sides matter.
Doesn't matter how big it is. It's the motion of the ocean.
Ladies, stop being so.
And really,
mean.
Do coins look any cooler than when you put them on that third side and you just spin them and they're going?
Oh, dude, I was a coin spin guy in school. I was spinning coins all day.
Until somebody in class like, shut up.
And you're like, all right, fair. Sorry. I don't even realize I'm doing it, guys. I've got super bad ADHD. Just tell me to shut up. And I'll stop.
That middle, the side that nobody talks about or gives credit to. Remember the thing at the mall where you'd put it in the little slot and it would go around the little well and go like 100 times? And you catch it before it goes down. You catch it when it goes down and you keep doing it again? Yeah. This stupid kid, watch this. There's like a little 5-year-old. Like, you can do this 100 times. You don't suck. Dummy. Get longer arms. Teaching kids very, very valuable life lessons at that point. But yeah, coins have three sides. That is what I brought in for the Comeback Kids segment, guys. Anybody else? I'm a fan of those. Robert?
No, not much. I have some stuff that I'll get into like during Not Cool, but what do you have?
Okay, yeah, I mean, I pretty much just had the coffee thing too, and like you said, we got about 16 hours of Comeback Kids here, so we got a lot of catching up to do. All right, well, then let's move along. Let's move along then. We do have a new year, new advertiser, and there's lots of New Year's resolutions going around. New year, the new Papa Bites. You ever heard of those? Papa John's, welcome aboard on Pass the Gravy podcast, our newest sponsor. I do ads for them on the Rod Ryan Morning Show. You might hear me talking about them going, Papa John's, because that's what I do every time I eat a Papa John's. You got to change that noise, man. That doesn't make me want pizza. It should. It should. That hurts my appetite. I have to send them this, so we need to be cool about it this time. I'm just trying to help you improve here. Robert, cut that part out. No, people love that part. Papa John's. Yeah, that's the most comments I get. But New Year, they got the new Papa Bites, chicken parm, jalapeno, and Oreo cookie bites. You can get them now at papajohns.com. Always hot, always fresh,
always ready. They got the epic stuffed crust pizza you can get for $13.99. They have Papa pairings. You can get any of their cheese sticks, the papadillas, the Papa bites. You can get the medium 2-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. You can get 3 medium pizzas for $26.97 a piece, or $26.97 together. And then the Papa bites. That's what they're really talking about right now. And like, I like the jalapeno, I like the chicken parm, and I like the Oreo. Like, you get a little bit of like an appetizer with the jalapeno, you go the chicken parm for your meal, and then you go the Oreo for dessert. It's a little bit of everything, and everybody's happy, and they're all just those little bites. Great for watching the football. We got playoffs coming up. Sort of the Papa bites for just $6.99, and I guarantee you're gonna love them. You can tell them Pass the Gravy sent you. They may be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But don't worry, papajohns.com. You can get the app, order online, whatever you want to do. papajohns.com. Remember when you used to have to fucking call? You'd be like, hey, I'd like to order a pizza. Like, I remember having to take orders like that. Now you're just like, this is what I want. Tapped it, give it to me. That's what Papa John's is all about. It's simple. It's awesome. It's Papa fucking John's. They got better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Welcome aboard, gang.
That's dipping sauce in the game.
Best dipping sauce. That garlic sauce. Like, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do.
I'll 5 extra of them. Yeah, I'll give you an extra $1.50. Give me 5 of those.
Yeah. Papa John's. Welcome aboard to Pass the Gravy podcast. It's going to be a fun ride this year that we got Papa aboard. They are the official sponsor.
You got to delete all the other apps now.
Yeah. I don't want to see you eating other pizzas, guys.
We're PJs. PJs all day.
We're PJs all day. papajohns.com, the official sponsor this week of the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Starting off, this happened while we had a break. I mean, you guys got plenty of content from us. We had the Christmas Spooktacular right before Christmas. If you didn't make it out to the actual Christmas Spooktacular, first off, you fucking missed out. You missed out.
Yeah.
Because like, it was the most fun ever. Robert, he doesn't always have a smile on his face. Robert was smiling the whole time. Our sweet little Robert was enjoying himself. The Gravy Gang, you guys, they showered us with gifts. We did not need that. We did not need that, though. It was completely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. It was very, very kind. And just like, that was the best turnout we've ever had, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
best turnout by far. And everybody was chill. Nobody was just like, no, I mean, people might have been like a little drunk there, but like nobody was making an ass of themselves. Like, there was no issues or anything. It was awesome. It was I'm always very, very nervous. I get anxiety when we have live events because I'm always like, I have the dream for like 2 weeks leading up to like, no one's going to show up. It's just going to be me. I'm going to look like a fucking idiot. And so it starts just going to be like, get out. You guys fucking showed up in droves. We had such a great time. I love hanging out with the Gravy Gang. We are going to do a live episode for the 500th episode. I don't have a calendar and I'm not going to do the math right now, but somebody calculate that and give it to me. We'll do it on like a Friday night or a Saturday. Not a Wednesday episode. So we'll figure something out, but the 500th episode, we're going to do it live, and I got a place in mind. We're not going to announce it just yet, but I got a place in mind. So the Spooktacular was awesome. That was your Wednesday episode, the Wednesday before Christmas. Then we had a best of episode. If you have not watched the best of 2022, go to our YouTube channel right now, Pass the Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button because you should have already been subscribed to it now. And just, it's best consumed on the video version, I would say. There's some video aspects of it, but it's an hour and a half. It's like I was telling him, I was like, we do this podcast. It's about 2 hours plus every single week. And the best minutes of it were an hour and a half. So really, we're just saying a bunch of shit that's not worth considering our best. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know if anybody wanted to watch a 3-hour best of. So like, we try to just clip it to like what we thought was
I think that's what most of the best ofs I see are. They're all like 3 hours.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just funny when you think of like how much time we like have on each podcast. And it was like, this would be by far one of the shortest podcasts we did of the year. Best of podcast still available though. Go watch it. And it's a good one. Like if you're trying to get a friend into Pass the Gravy, which we would appreciate, like this is what they're like. This is them. These are their weird little bits that they do here. Remember like the fucking British jackass that killed me watching that back? Like I don't like to laugh at myself, but I was laughing at us. I thought that was a good bit. And
You mouthing the British guitar opening is what made me laugh the most in that one.
was it like the God Save the Queen? Was it what it was instead of the jackass theme?
It was something like that, but you were doing it with a British accent somehow. still.
Down, 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 down. It was a one take too when I did that.
I love it.
behind the scenes back.
What made me laugh the hardest was just, especially at the very beginning of it, how funny I remember that being. And then just seeing how hard we were laughing and stuff that wasn't as funny as I remember.
It wasn't that funny, but I don't know. Maybe we're not that funny, but appreciate everybody that checked out the best of. If you haven't yet, finish this bad boy. You want to watch something else? Go check out our best of 2022. So yeah, that was awesome. And this is our first like live one in 2 weeks. So this happened over the break. And not because we have a pizza sponsor, but pizza is back because Andrew Tate got thrown in jail because of fucking pizza. So suck a dick, dude.
Human trafficking charges, but
Yeah.
somehow he's already out.
Just wanted to come out and say this is a very big anti-human trafficking podcast. So obviously we're anti-Andrew Tate, and Papa John's would have immediately called the cops on him too. They wouldn't have even delivered to him. They would be like, hey, he's right there. And I bet that's what fucking whatever the pizza, which doesn't matter because they're not Papa John's. That's probably exactly what they did. Like, this is that Andrew Tate guy you guys are talking about. Here you go. So yeah, he was like talking shit to Greta Thunberg, and then turns out probably shouldn't talk shit if you're a human trafficker, because it may come back to bite you in the ass and you'll get owned on Twitter by like a 19-year-old.
My favorite part of it was because for some reason he's got an army of dudes that just love him, which I don't understand.
It's a weird hill. It's like Joe Rogan people, like people that like just live and worship Joe Rogan. And I like Joe Rogan, but like everything that Joe Rogan says, I don't just take as like the gospel. And like Andrew Tate is like that, but like the worst things ever.
Yeah,
like Joe Rogan's like
he's if you took
DMT,
Joe
mushrooms,
Rogan-
UFC, like a little bit of weed, do this. This is crazy. I'm asking wild questions. Like, did you know that if you snort mushroom pills, that it makes you better in doing this? And like he's having all these crazy conversations, and Andrew Tate's like, women shouldn't be able to vote. Women shouldn't be able to do this. And you know what? We're also going to sell them too. And then there's people like, what's wrong with that, bro? What's
If a
wrong with that?
woman does anything, I'm entitled to be paid for it. If I'm dating her, she's mine.
Like, how do
okay.
women even exist? How do women even exist?
Yeah,
That's what Andrew Tate like bros
monumentally.
Yeah,
but they found some old interview or something where he was like, yeah, they're gonna try and take me down. They're gonna say I'm human trafficking. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And they're like, see, he called it. It's just them trying to take him down. I'm like, or more than likely, this guy was like, I'm just gonna say shit that I'm going to be caught for. So when I get caught for it, I can just say they're trying to get me.
Yeah.
Or he thought he was so smart he could say that and they would never actually be able to get him, which is how most people get taken down in situations like that.
It's like the killer always returns to the scene of the crime, and that's basically him
OJ wrote
admitting
if
the
I
crime,
had done it.
right? It's like him. Yeah, it's basically his if I had done it. Although OJ was acquitted.
It's just I don't understand how he's out on bail. I feel like human trafficking charges is maybe like
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just money. Like, it shows you if you have money, you can kind of get away with a lot of shit, which is fucked up. But I don't think that's anything new. I mean, we like Twitter OJ. I don't like murderer OJ. Okay. I liked OJ the
Twitter
athlete.
OJ is hilarious.
I like OJ the Twitter OJ. I didn't like the other OJ in between. Okay.
I mean,
all right, let's judge him for what he does on Twitter, all right, and not the
I would
alleged
say-
double murder that he did.
all the way through the Naked Gun. After the Naked Gun is where I cut it off.
Okay, good point. Good call.
Yeah.
But Twitter OJ, what's up, Twitter world? It's OJ here.
Maybe we shouldn't laugh at a murderer, but he's funny.
No, yeah, we shouldn't laugh at it. But
But
pizza's
he's
back.
funny.
I just meant to just casually gloss over that. PapaJohns.com, best pizza in the world. Also back, which I'm very excited about. It's our time, guys. Manuary. Happy Manuary, everyone. I got my Manwich ready. Don't forget Manwich Mondays going down. Cook up a manwich every single fucking Monday. You got manwich Mondays. You got taco Tuesdays. What else? How are you gonna start a week any better than that? Huh? Tell me.
I actually might have to make mine Man Wednesdays.
Man Wednesday.
Because I think I'm gonna start eating. I don't know, healthier. Wednesday's still gonna be cheat day though. Got to crush, some Southern Stars for the boys and gals. But we'll have to workshop that name, Man Wednesday Day.
I like that. Man Wednesday. Somebody figure that out at Pass Great Pod. Let us know. But yeah, just fine. I mean, like we were big in championing this last year because we were like, everybody else has months, and then you get the people who are like, well, why? Who cares about Asian Heritage Month, dude? Like, why do you need a month? And it's like, well, shut up, dude. You get Manuary. You got to shut the fuck up the rest of the year. So you kind of shut up those guys, and then finally something for dudes. It's like long enough. Us guys have been silenced and held back in this society, and it's about time we have a month celebrating us.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that gets mad about whatever month, you're an idiot. It's an excuse to celebrate and get fucked up while celebrating the great things about people's countries. You're going to get mad at Asian Heritage Day. How about you just go eat every different kind of Asian food that month, and you fucking get down on some banh mi sandwiches, some pho, all that shit. Try it all out.
Yeah, dude, it's
fucking good.
It's a celebration of men.
Gay Pride Month, go to a fucking parade. Those things are goddamn parties. Who doesn't love the party?
Yeah, man.
Manuary, you just do dumb shit. Guys being dudes.
And we don't need to do anything crazy when people are like, what the fuck's Manuary about it? Because dudes rock. Dudes rock. That's all you gotta say. Dudes
walks in
rock.
on Tuesday and is like, are you really having your 5th beer today? It's 6:00. And you're like, Manuary.
Babe, it's Manuary.
Manuary.
Babe, it's Manuary, right?
Manuary. Don't worry, I'll make it up to you next month on Valentine's Day.
Huh? Your best 14 seconds of your life, babe. Don't worry, you'll love it.
14 for 14. Should we make that shirt? 14 for 14? February 14th?
No.
Yeah, maybe that should be. Wait, can we make gift cards or like greeting cards? Because I think that would be a good Valentine's Day card.
We could definitely make Pass Great Valentine's Day cards and put it on like the website and people can print it out.
I think that might be.
That's what we need to do. That's a better idea. I saw your wheels turn, and I think it was the idea was there. I don't think anybody would
I don't
buy
know.
that
The
shit.
idea of 14 for 14 makes me laugh.
Bragging about only lasting 14 seconds probably wouldn't be.
Babe, you're just so hot. You're just so hot.
It's because you're so hot. Like I just bust, babe. Just bust. Hey, we're not talking dirty. It's Manuary. It's just guy stuff. It's guy stuff.
Yeah.
Guys being dudes. Dudes rock. Dudes rock.
Dudes bust
Happy
nuts.
Manuary. Because it's Manuary, I believe it's our buddy Adam the cop that Adam Knockgrass has been hitting us up with if you want to look up his man of the day that he's kind of going with. I really love that he did it all last year. I feel like we should have a man of the week each week on the pod, and because I thought of it by stealing Adam's idea, and instead of making it daily, I'm just doing it weekly. I'm going to start off Manuary 2023 with the man of the week, Daniel fucking Jones, leading the Giants to playoffs. First time in his career, ran for 2 touchdowns, threw for 2 touchdowns. Best game of his career. Fucking stud. I'm a little bit biased. Obviously, they're my team. They're my favorite team. So, like, we're in the playoffs. We're in the Yoffs for the first time since we started Manuary, which is 2 years. But still, first time since Daniel Jones has been in the league. And he's our man of the week. So congratulations to Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, Dan God. I have been a Dan stan since day one. I did say on the podcast, don't draft Daniel Jones. But when we drafted him, I was like, he's my guy. He's my guy now.
You didn't know you were going to get Dable. And Dable's coach of the year. He unlocked him. I'm happy for you, buddy.
You don't know who you're going to fall in love with. Sometimes you just fall in love.
True.
I was
That's
like, you may not have been the one I wanted, but you're the one I fell in love with.
I know that's how Robert feels about me.
Rose didn't get on the Titanic thinking she was going to fall for Jack. She had Billy Zane. Who's rich, a rich playboy, and then Leo happened. And it was like, I'm Rose. I'm on the Titanic. And then Danny Dimes happened. The Giants, they're struggling. They draft this young whippersnapper out of Duke. And then it's me and Danny Dimes. And we're at the front of the ship. And that's us now. Look at us. Look at me. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Not
That's
me.
beautiful, man.
Daniel Jones, Manuary's man of the week,
I like that.
according to me.
That's a good one. I fully support that. Maybe we workshop it next week. So
We can
everyone gets to
workshop it.
stay,
I was kicking it off today, so I was like, I'm just gonna pick, and then we'll, as a group, what we should do
it would
is
have been him anyway.
probably would. I would have overridden everything. I mean, he had a fucking boss last week. He had a boss last week.
He did.
He
I
did.
wish he was on my fantasy roster this week.
I did not cry when the Giants blew out the Colts, and I get the Colts are bad, but like I was on the verge of just like happy tears where I was like, we're going to the fucking playoffs. I was so
Yes,
happy.
baby.
I sat outside on my balcony afterwards, didn't say a word after yelling a lot during the game, just out of happiness. And I just my friends for Christmas gave me whiskey, like those whiskey balls, but it's a football. So that's pretty awesome. So I put one of those football whiskey ice balls in there, poured a little ski for myself, sat on the balcony, and just smoked a stove. Just enjoying it, taking in the moment. I don't expect a lot in the postseason, but hey, we got to it. That's step one. Step one in a rebuilding year. Daniel Jones. And then I guess we have to give Brian Dable, the head coach of the Giants, co-man of the year, man of the week. Maybe we do like a voting system.
He's going to be coach of the year. He's going to be coach.
Hopefully.
Of the year.
Fingers crossed.
If not, it's a Rob job. I mean, he did.
I'm going to say Rob job.
This won't be breaking news to anyone else, but the Red Sox gave Rafael Devers 11 years, $331 million. So, yeah, they finally paid somebody. Most people I know don't give a shit, but it's my other team. So, fuck you. I've got the microphone. You'll all listen to me.
There we go.
Yeah. And it's bad for Alex. So, I know at least Ashley will like that.
You can't take me down right now, buddy.
I can't. No, sorry. Sorry. I stole your moment there.
I'm just saying
that was a moment for me as well.
It doesn't matter. Like people always say like football's stupid. Football's just a silly little game. How do you care about it that much? I have just been buzzing all week. I was like, my fucking team's a play. I didn't even fucking care. I didn't care. My computer at work's going a little slow. I'm like, we're going to fucking Yas. I don't care. I'll figure it out. Printer's not working at work. Hey, we're still going to Yas, bro.
I'm happy for you because I'm terrified for me right now.
This time last year, I wanted to kill myself watching football. Mental health is very important. I didn't mean to make a joke like that, but like I wish I could. I would rather just end it all than watch the Giants.
Free speech area, buddy. You can say KYS. It's all good.
Well, what do they say on TikTok to not get?
I might not make it to the playoffs right now, and I'm the guy who's sitting here like you don't know what you have until it's gone. I'm used to making play, and this hurts.
Yeah,
and we still have a chance. If we lose,
you'll win. You'll win on Sunday. You'll win.
If we lose to the Detroit Lions to be beaten out of the playoffs, your boy's gonna be down bad, and there might be a multi-week spiral. Just gonna say.
No, dude, you're gonna win, and then we'll be playoff bros.
we're gonna be Yoff bros.
We're gonna be Yoff bros, dude. How awesome is that gonna be? It's just a couple bros, both their teams, the playoffs. Robert, what team are you gonna pick? Giants. You got the Giants. Make the Giants.
Yeah, I go Giants.
Yes. Good call. Good call.
Rude.
Are all of our teams in the playoffs? What a ride. What a ride, guys.
Just Robert and his New York sports, he's always riding for him.
He's a big New York fan.
Big City Robert, that's what we call him.
Oh, Big
Only
City
root
Bob.
for the major markets.
Big City Bobby.
Are we gonna do that this year? Just every week have a new nickname for Robert?
I don't hate that idea.
Compile them all into a T-shirt by the end of the year.
Yeah, but happy Manuary to all the fellas out there. Ladies, don't be a dick about it, okay? Because if you're a dick about Manuary, you're gonna give those, not us personally. I respect every other month that is a celebration of whoever or whatever kind of month it is. But you have to respect Manuary because of that. And then if any other dude gives you shit later, I'm like, it's fuck, you had Manuary. You had Manuary back in January. Shut the fuck up. I will always now respect every other month. So there you go.
You never did before, but you will now.
No, I mean, I always did before, but now I can show you why I respect it because you guys gave me the respect in Manuary. A month for men, finally. Don't forget to order your Manwich. You can get it on Amazon. They should also sponsor us for this month at least. Moving on. Gyms. Our next comeback kid, because gyms are fucking hot right now. They are fucking popping. They are popping right now. Everybody's getting gym memberships. Everybody's going to forget to cancel them. Everybody's also then going to realize how hard it is to cancel a gym membership. I just changed a credit card. I had to change a credit card. When I
sign up with a gift card, like an American Express gift card.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that way there's a finite amount that they can take from you.
And then they're like, well, we can't really track you down because this isn't a real card at that point. But yeah, not shitting on anybody that's getting back in shape. You're allowed, like happy for you. Go get it. But it's like gyms are always popping, and then you get the people like, bro, these fucking New Year newbies just coming in, hopping on my weights, bro. The fuck? I'm trying to
don't be that
pumping.
guy. Or gal, don't be the person that just bitches about people being there during the new year. Okay, they're there. Fucking deal with it for 2 weeks. You know it's going to go away. Or maybe, I don't know, fucking work out outside for a couple weeks. You don't have to be in a gym to get a good workout. If you're going to sit there and just bitch about it, or you know what, wake up super early and go then. Oh, but I always like to go at 3 because it's a downtime. And this time of year, well, too fucking bad. Other people have access to public buildings too.
Yeah, it's not a fucking country
Shut
club.
up. I don't want to hear people that work out all the time and already look great bitching about being inconvenienced slightly during their free time workouts. Shut up. Shut up.
Gym's very hot right now. Shout out to anybody going to the gym. Not a big gym guy myself. Not a big gym guy myself. I like working out at home or running. I don't like being in front of people. I'm very self-conscious when I work out. But
I do world workouts.
Yeah.
I lift fucking heavy shit over my shoulder at work, and then occasionally I go on a walk while fucked up.
There you go.
Like see the squirrels.
But gyms, going to the gym, getting in shape is a big New Year's resolution for a lot of people. So New Year's resolutions by that is also a comeback kid this week. Did anybody here make one? Because I also am a champion of the Chinese New Year's resolution, where you get to kind of chill with it and watch everybody else do their New Year's resolution. Because sometimes somebody has a good New Year's resolution, like, fuck, I should have gone with that one. Like now you can steal someone's New Year's resolution and just be like, it's a Chinese New Year's resolution. We're starting in February.
Smart.
People don't think about that. And then you technically can like just say it goes to the end of the year, even though the Chinese New Year doesn't start until February. So then you can really just have like an 11-month resolution instead of a 12-month resolution. A little life hack.
Or you can make a New Year's resolution and say it resets when Chinese New Year starts, because that's another new year. So like you only have to do this for a month. Or however.
That's true.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, I'm not going to stick with this. Like you didn't quit. There was a new year that happened.
Yeah. All you got to do is you don't have to do it for a year. You just have to do it until that hits. So like, when you're like, oh, I'm going to quit. It's too much. It's not. It's only like, 5 more weeks.
If you did dry January, you could be like, well, it was a new year. Like I stopped drinking for a year. Like, oh, really? I thought you just did dry January. Like, well, yeah, it was Chinese New Year. So it was another year. Whole year.
Yeah, you'll never find me doing dry January. I can guarantee you that much right now.
We just did sober October. I mean, although like I was telling Robert, I was like, I feel like my body has written a letter to its congressman after the last 2 weeks of just damage that I did to it. Cause I felt like texting you. I almost bragged about it, but there was a 4-night period where I killed a 12-pack one night. I killed a bottle of whiskey, and then almost killed an entire bottle of vodka, and then I killed another 12-pack the following night. So it was like 4 nights in a row. It was just like booze. And then you think that made me stop? No, it just kept going. I mean, I didn't crush it that bad, but there was a 4-day span back to back where I was just like, I need to chill for a second. But I was like, no, I mean, I have off work. Like it's the week before New Year. Like this isn't even a real week. This is just like, we're in purgatory.
That's true. That week doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
From Christmas to New Year's, time does not exist.
It doesn't. And then I did like Christmas with my family, the 30th. And then I did my brother's birthday / New Year's Eve, the 31st. So just like got lit both of those days and then like went back to work this week. It was just like, hey, we're going to just chill. And I'm enjoying a little bit of water and coffee today. Not so much beer, just because I'm trying to get a little reset. Not doing dry January. I mean, Friday comes around, I'm gonna be drinking again. But it's just like my body was just like, hey man, is this just how we live now? We just live like this? And I was like, temporarily. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's a delicious beer. You should probably get one of those.
Well, it's a Southern Star. It's always a delicious beer.
Yeah.
People forget that.
No, I get what you mean though. Every once in a while, when you just, especially during that time of the year, because you're also eating like shit and you just hit it hard for multiple days in a row, then you're just like, it's not just those extra calories that you're fucking drinking for nothing. It's then you're hungover and full all the time. Your body just feels like shit.
So then you start drinking again to make that go away.
Yeah, and the only thing you can do is
cycle.
drink more and sleep.
Right. Like I was like, I'm gonna do all this stuff this 2 weeks that I have off work. I'm gonna do this laundry. Like I have a pile of laundry. I still didn't touch it.
Oh,
Didn't touch
it. It's a foot
it.
high. It's a foot and a half high in the corner of my room.
But I do this thing now, like where I just like I take it out of the dryer and I'm like, well, I don't feel like folding. I'm just gonna throw it on the bathroom counter, and then I just throw the next load on the bathroom counter, and then I throw the next load on the bathroom counter. So like I have a pile of laundry that's not done, and then I have a pile of laundry that is done but needs to be folded and hung up and put away. And it's just chaos. Like every morning, if I'm like, I need this shirt, I need these socks, like I'm just digging through a pile, and it's like I could put it away, but like it just feels like it's a mountain of work, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Like I did one the other day. It's still in the dryer because I didn't want to deal with that.
And then you're like, it's gonna get wrinkly. I gotta hit the dryer again. And then you forget about it. And like, well, it's wrinkled now.
I also do that thing too, where I'm looking at this giant pile. Like I still have a big pile after doing those because I used up every last bit of clothing I had until I did. Like I wore compression shorts as underwear one day. Sliders like that you wear during athletic shit.
Yeah.
And then
you never know when you're gonna have to get in like action,
But I still do that thing where I'm like, well, yeah, it's a big pile, but like there's a load of towels in that pile. So it's not even as bad as it looks.
Yeah.
Even though like I'm convincing myself and I'm like, dude, I know it is as bad as it looks. Just do your laundry. I'm like, yeah, but I could sit down and watch 3 episodes of It's Always Sunny.
I've already like decided I wanted to watch TV, which is why I'm not going to do that.
Well, I started watching Peacemaker, so I have to watch the next 11 hours of it before I do anything else. Like I have to finish it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do those stupid ass mental gymnastics.
Yeah. Emma's always like, why don't you just do it? It doesn't take that long. I'm like, my brain can't get past the fact that there's a mountain of laundry.
You're right. It doesn't take long, but
it'll take me hours. And she's like, it'll take 30 minutes max. Like, well, I don't have that kind of time. You just played Xbox for 4 hours. Well, I was hanging with the boys. I got so good at Fortnite. So much better at Fortnite. I'm not good at Fortnite, but I got so much better at Fortnite just because I played like 4 hours a day. It was awesome.
I love that we've been doing this podcast at the same exact time for like 3.5 years, and my brother will still try to call me during it.
Is that what's going on there? Isn't he in the house?
No, he's gone for a couple weeks, but it's just want to punch him in the dick. That's what my brother needs in life, is just a real good
just a nice little dick punch. Little dick punch. So,
anybody that wants to sign up for it, I'll pay you. It's not a contract hit. I don't want you to kill him.
Not a contract hit. You're not a hitman. But still.
Right to the nuts.
Okay, our next comeback kid is Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless, the hot take artist. He was in some hot water this week, wasn't he?
I hate to do it. I'm gonna defend Skip here.
I was about to kind of say the same thing. So just first off, obviously,
when you're ready, you set it up. I'll read it when you're ready because I've got it here pulled up, ready to go.
Damon Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills, safety. He was hit on a play and stood up and then collapsed. I did see before we started, they said he seems to be doing better.
Yes.
But obviously his health comes first. We hope he's okay. I am in no way trying to take away from how serious this is. But then Skip Bayless had people forget also had sent 2 tweets before that was just like, this is horrible, this is terrible, what's happening right now, thoughts and prayers to the family and him. Just, you can only think about this young man right now. And then on his 3rd tweet, he was like, you just got to wonder, like, how can the, like, how does the
Here's
NFL?
what it is. I'll read it. I got it in front of me.
Read what he
This
says.
is what everyone's mad at. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Like, what the fuck? Why does everyone acting like people are freaking out like he's sitting there going, get the fuck back on the field? No, he's just like making the point that's there that everyone's thinking about, like, shit, how are they gonna stop this? Like, there's so much that goes into this game, but it all seems so insignificant right now. But so many people just hate Skip, which I
But they read that
too.
first part. They read that first part, and then like he was like, that it just seems so irrelevant right now. And it was like he's obviously agreeing this is a tragedy. Like, but when you were sitting on your couch, like I was sitting there, and I was like, are they gonna play the game? Like, not like they should get out there and play. You're just like, are they going to?
I said almost this exact same thing to a customer.
I mean, the Bills are a 1 seed right now. Like, they got to play the Bengals. Trying, like, this is about seeding right now. Obviously, his health first, but like that was, I think, what a lot of people somewhat in their head, maybe not necessarily in those words exactly. Maybe it was a poorly timed tweet, but like Skip Bayless also gets a paycheck to say shit that gets people going, because then they're like, fuck Skip, and then you don't realize
but that's
it runs
not even what he's trying to do there.
That
like,
wasn't what he was trying to do.
Tweet, you completely lack any ability for reading comprehension of what he's saying there. He's just making the point of like, this is crazy. Like, what are they going to do here? But right now, like, of course, that seems like it doesn't matter. It even says in the next tweet, he's like, basically just saying people don't understand what I was going for here. Like, that's not what I was saying. Of course, the only thing that matters is his health. And then people still were on that one, like, fuck you, Skip, you liar. That's not what you meant. And I'm like, dude, just read it. Read it through the lenses of someone that doesn't hate this guy for being an asshole, because he is.
Right. And then Bill, these are his previous tweets. Look what an asshole he is.
Knows.
And it's like, well, yeah, Skip Bayless is a hot take machine. Like, that's his job, is to say hot takes. So then he says hot takes, and you can't get like mad at the hot take guy for saying hot takes. And Fox Sports pays him to get people to watch their show and interact with him. And do you not think that yesterday, or I guess, was it Tuesday after Monday nights? I guess we're recording this. It was 2 days ago. Like, that was a highly watched show, because you're like, what the fuck is Skip Bayless gonna say? And then Shannon Sharp and him had an argument today, and that was the whole thing too. And like, this show probably has the best ratings it's had ever. I mean, obviously, you hope Hamlin is fine. Like, his safety is important. We're not trying to take anything away from how tragic that was, but it's also like their job is to talk about football. And he's like, I wonder if like, do we think that this is going to like get resumed? We don't know. He wasn't like saying they have to do it. And people, I think a lot of times when something so horrible happens, they don't know how to act. So they see somebody on the internet that's getting heat, and they just hop on that pile. And they're like, it's easier to yell at somebody else than to deal with your own feelings sometimes, or to like try and deal with what you're going through emotionally. I feel like I've used this before in the podcast, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the movie The Night Before, if you've ever seen that great Christmas film, it was on, I believe it was on the Christmas movie bracket. He's like, he tries to get in a fight with these Santas because he's upset that he can't get into this party and that something happened wrong. And like he just kept fighting. Like, no, you're going to ruin Christmas. And they're like, buddy, I don't feel like this is about this. I don't feel like this is about this. And it's like, I feel like sometimes we lash out. You lash out. And I mean, I'm not saying Skip was right, but I think I don't think like Skip wasn't like, fuck this bitch, get up and get out there and play. If he had said that, absolutely, that's the most horrendous, worst thing you could say at that time. But like,
which some guy did who works for ESPN Radio in LA, and then doubled and tripled down on it. That guy was an asshole. But yeah, like Skip does hot take shit all the time, but this is obviously not.
That was not a hot take. I don't think it was maybe not the best take. But
like if I had tweeted that, nobody would have had a problem with. And I don't mean obviously, like I mean if the same amount of people saw it as Skip, not nearly as many people would have a problem with it. They just hate Skip. So whenever he says anything, they're going to be like, "This is bullshit."
Right. But just he's been a very hot topic as of late, and I don't agree with necessarily the timing of it, but I don't think that what he said was the worst thing in the world.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't think what he said was the worst thing in the world. People just like being upset with things. And so Skip Bayless, back. And I think that if you want to mark that down in the record books, I think that was the first time I've defended Skip Bayless. So
Yeah. And then Shannon skipped the next day because he said he didn't want to get an argument about it. It wasn't the time. And then today, yeah, he started speaking and Skip interrupted him and he got all mad. And it's like, well, you did sign up to work with the guy whose entire career has been interrupting other people. So you know who you work with. And you know the kind of guy he is, and that's not what he meant in the first place. Like there's a lot of bullshit going Skip's way this week. But he's done enough in the past to deserve it.
that is the weird thing. Like when stuff like that happens, like there's the grandstanding that people try and do. Like, look at me. No, I'm doing this. I put the Ukraine flag in my Twitter bio. See, I'm an ally. And it's like, you just put a thing there. It's like, I get showing solidarity, but it's like, that's slacktivism. Slacktivism. Yelling at Skip Bayless doesn't make you an activist.
Instagram.
Right.
I bet if you asked everyone that did that orange square, black, whatever it was, orange square, black square, I think there was an orange square one. Ask everyone that did that, hey, what was that for? I bet you there's a good chunk of them that can't remember.
I don't even know. I don't even remember what it was for. But
it's just,
yes.
But that's exactly what it is. It's slacktivism online. Be like, oh, I did the good thing. No, you didn't.
That was so Skip Bayless, comeback kid, and then this is kind of bad right after it, but Snow Angels are also back. Kayvon Thibodeau of the Giants, not to bring up the Giants again, but maybe the longest sack celebration I think I've ever seen in my life. He sacked Nick Foles, the Colts quarterback, on Sunday, and then he was already on the ground, so he just rolled over and did the Snow Angel for about 10 seconds, did about 10 full Snow Angels. And unbeknownst to him, Nick Foles was injured, laying next to him.
Right.
Kayvon's looking up, just doing his Snow Angels. He's very happy. He had it was a very big sack in the game. And then he went to the sidelines and does the sleep. Now, I don't know.
That's the part that's bad. Is like at that point, he had to have known the guy was down and hurt.
But was he saying
he was down and hurt with doctors on the field?
But was he saying, go to sleep, Colts? Go to sleep, Colts. You're done. Go. Good night. The party's over.
I mean, you just have to know. Go to sleep is not the one to do after you
not ideal.
Knock the quarterback out of the game.
But also, these people like in the heat of the game, like I feel like it's funny. Like the people like us on the couch are like, "Well, that's not nice. That's not nice." It was a whole class police kind of thing. Don't be the class police. Nobody likes the class police. All right.
It's
Nobody
football.
likes
Sometimes there's gonna be shit talking. Was that classless? Yes. Was it stupid? Yes. I'm not gonna actually be mad at him. I'm just gonna point out that was a dumbass thing to do. I mean, if you had done it to Aaron Rodgers, of course I'd be angrier, but
those were some great Snow Angels.
They were, though.
They were, in fact, good Snow Angels. So shout out to Snow Angels, I guess. But Nick Foles is okay. He didn't come back in the game, but he was okay. But yeah, Snow Angels are back. Longest touchdown or the longest sack celebration I've ever seen in my life, though. And then big week for Robert. I'm sure the Saudis supported this one, but January 6th anniversary. You got anything planned, Robert? It's on a Friday.
Yeah, taking a little trip.
Washington.
Where?
I just, someplace I haven't been before, and
is it some sort of capital?
I haven't been to in a while. Yeah,
like 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. I thought I'd go back, just celebrate.
Maybe have a parade. That's what you want to call it.
If there's one there, then yeah. I think it's more like lightly walking around and exploring the area. Just kind of, like my taxes pay for this. I should be able to explore it.
It's a great point.
Check things out.
You're gonna make sure to stay between the velvet ropes, right?
Yeah, stay outside, not in. Don't go inside.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like this building.
Just check it out.
Can you get me a souvenir?
Like I paid for it. Yeah.
Pat wants a red hat,
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think here they have like podiums too, where like you can pretend to talk at and stuff. I'll get you one of those or something.
That's what they thought that was, right? It's a classic mistake.
Maybe a bison hat, some face paint.
Yeah, I would recommend not wearing the bison hat. we'll make you a target later on. But yeah, that's coming up, and so get ready for all like Twitter's gonna be a fun day that day.
Oh yeah, that's this Friday. This is Friday.
Yeah, Twitter's gonna be a fun day. All the people be like, it wasn't that bad, and the people are like, it was the worst thing in this nation's history. It was worse than the Holocaust, which wouldn't be our nation's history in this world's history.
There you go.
So yeah, January 6th. That's a comeback kid. And then last one I wrote down was Heelys, because we are fucking bringing Heelys back. I don't like to brag about Christmas gifts I got, but my brother got me fucking Heelys for Christmas, and he got me American flag Heelys. So you want to borrow these and take them up on Friday. You could like just slide by the Capitol, just slide by,
evading security faster.
Yeah.
Well, Robert would only wear that if the flag was upside down.
You could do it, yeah, like that, right?
Does it got the blue line in it?
Robert's like, no, my flag is stars. My flag's stars and bars, not stars and stripes. Which is not the Saudi flag at all. But yeah, my brother got me Heelys, and I think we tried to bring Heelys back once before in this podcast, but I'm officially bringing them back now. I'm officially trying.
I was gonna say you've got 2 pairs then.
I have 2 pairs now, and
so if one gets dirty, you can still keep Heelys out there.
It's fashion. I have these I can wear for 4th of July. The rest I can wear for business. But if you don't remember Heelys, then I don't know what the fuck's going on with you. But they got the fucking little wheel on the heel, and you can just scoot on everywhere with it. Fucking awesome. And I can't wait to break in these bad boys. I was scared to do it the first couple of days going back to work because I was like, I might like break my arm or something. But like, I'm gonna test these bad boys out, walking the dog out by the street, and just.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just let Weezy pull you around.
Let me get the hang of it, and
you wouldn't go very fast, but it'd be a good workout for Weezy.
Heelys are back, though. Heelys are fucking back, and I suggest everybody else go out and get you some Heelys too. And if they wanted to sponsor the pod, this would be the perfect time to do so. But Heelys officially comeback kids this week, and with that is going to be our comeback kids segment. How about that? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Pat, are you going to switch over right now?
I'm doing it right now. I was trying to do it.
Pat had some technical difficulties, so he's been on like his fucking phone. Apologies if you're watching the video version. But why don't I tell you guys about the Gravy Gambles show before we get into What Would Jesus Do segment? What? Oh, we had the last one. It's coming back? Shit. Okay, we'll do it one more week. We'll do the What Would Jesus Do segment one more week. But the What Would Jesus Do segment this week is brought to you by the Gravy Gambles show, starring myself and Pat Dion. You can watch it every week. It comes out 1:30 p.m. Central Time on Fridays, 10 a.m. Central Time on Sundays. I guess this week it'll come out 10 a.m. Central on Saturday, since there's Saturday games too.
Yep.
Pretty much before the main set of games, we put it on 10 a.m. that day. So Pat and I picked 3 games against the spread, and that's how we do. We both went 2-1 last week, so things are looking up. Things are looking up at least, and it's a fun little show we do. It used to be the PTG picks segment on this show. Then we realized we should probably just make it its own thing. So you watch that on our YouTube channel. We also post it to Facebook and Instagram too. But check out our like, if you're not fucking subscribed to our YouTube channel, what are you doing? We showed Heelys today. Yeah. I almost showed my dick today, basically.
It's a good dick.
You're gonna blur that out though. You're gonna blur that out. And then it's
Robert's
the Gravy Gambles show.
OnlyFans with that.
Yeah, you gotta pay extra for that. That'll be if we do a Patreon. We'll do the Patreon.
$10 more to see the ladle.
Robert just sent a 14 for 14 imaging over there. So
the clock is only showing 10 seconds on there though. You got to edit that. but I want that on a shirt and I'll wear it.
There you go. You'll probably be the only one, but it's a good design, Robert.
I don't give a fuck. That's a great design.
Throw that design up on this in the pod, and that's another reason to watch the YouTube version. But subscribe to us on YouTube, Gravy Gambles Show, every Friday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time, and then Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Time, unless there's Saturday games, in which it will be at 10 a.m. Central Time on Saturdays. But yeah, Gravy Gambles, check it out, bitches. Let's move to the What Would Jesus Do segment. We were done with it. We thought we had one last one, but you know what? People wanted one more at least. This will be the last one. Unless you wanted to send us some more hashtag PTG WWJD, you would throw Jesus in a situation he'd find himself in if he came back in today's time. At Past Grade Pod, hashtag PTG WWJD. You know, we always had the bracelets, never really told us what he would do. It was always just like asking us a question. It's like, well, I'm asking the question. I need answers. Never got the answers. So we decided we would give you the answers. And that's what we're going to do here on the What Would Jesus Do segment, brought to you by Gravy Gambles.
Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right, this week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from my good buddy Mike Fish at Only Mike Fish on Twitter, and he says, this is an interesting one. He said, everybody needs some alone time, even the big J. So what kind of porn would Jesus be into? Now, respect the exercise. Respect the exercise here. I thought about it. I even did some extensive research. I went and I typed in top porn categories of 2022 to see, like, you know, he's back in modern times. Last year's number one porn search was lesbian, followed by hentai, ebony, Latina, Asian, threesome, stepmom, big cock, BBC, cream pie, Japanese, anal, black, and I don't know what the other one is. But I was like, do I think he would go with any of those? No, you know what? I don't think so. I think JC, this is a classical MILF man. I think he's a MILF guy. You know? Simple. It's simple. It's my personal favorite. Not to get too personal, but it's my personal favorite too. I think JC, he's in my image. I think he's a MILF guy. Maybe he enjoys a little Ava Adams, a little Sherry DeVille, a little Lisa Ann,
Cole
Alexis,
Aniston.
Texas. I had to do the research to find those. I don't know that off the top of my head, definitely. But yeah, it just seems like I think JC's a MILF guy.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I think he's going to be more into like searching like something like Country Girl or something like that. Anything that looks like it's taking place in a barn or a manger type setting. I think he wants, anything on a farm. I think that's going to be more his speed.
Farm porn. Is there any porn involving wine?
Or maybe he just searches Jewish girls because he was Jewish.
A little water sports, maybe.
Which means
water sports because you can walk on water.
I don't know if Jesus is going to be into the water sports, man.
I don't think so.
Well, here's what.
Hey, we don't kink shame. We don't kink shame.
To be honest with you, what is it? Rule 53? Is that what it is? If you can think of it, there's porn of it on the internet.
Yeah,
there's porn of Jesus. There is definitely some manger porn out there. So he's probably just looking up Jesus Christ and whatever way he's like, and he's pretending that's him in the video. Bible porn.
There was a guy I was talking to the other day. He will remain nameless for privacy reasons.
Robert.
No, it wasn't Robert. But he was like, yo, dude, somebody was telling me there's like a Harley Quinn porn. And they sent me the link to it, and I didn't believe it. But bro, there's like a Harley Quinn porn. I was like, yeah, buddy. But there's a lot of those.
Just introduce him to Rule 53.
Yeah, no, but I was like I told him, I was like, if you can think about it, somebody's already jerked off to it or wants to. And I was like, hey man, like, do you have Instagram? He's like, no. I was like, okay, well, a lot of people on Instagram are into cosplay. A lot of people in general are just into cosplay, which is dressing up as characters on TV shows and cartoons and stuff. And I was like, you don't think people that dress up like characters
Rule 34
have thought
Rule 34.
Yeah, but you don't think people that dress up like characters have ever thought about like fucking those characters? Like, come on. That's not even like that. That's not even like that odd.
Great
not that there's anything odd. Like,
those.
we don't kink shame here. But like, it was like, yeah, buddy, there's definitely porns like that, man.
They're funny too. I will say there is one that always sticks with me. It's one of the funniest ones I've ever watched, where it was a X-Men parody. So of course one of the girls is Mystique, and she's body painted head to toe in blue. But you know what happens to body paint when you have sex? It rubs off.
Oh.
So, and that shit was funny. She's all of a sudden she went from being covered completely blue to most of her was covered blue. That shit is funny.
So you're gonna go farm. You're gonna say JC is a farm porn
Or
kind of
country girl, country something like that. And that. Oh no! I changed it. He's gonna Google search himself. He's just gonna look up Jesus Christ, Bible porn. He's gonna look up Bible porn. That's what we'll call it, Bible porn. That's what he's looking for.
Robert,
I'm sure Johnny Sins has played Jesus Christ.
What if he wanted to think about like immaculate conception porn, where it's like
it'd be solo
gets
masturbation
banged with. That might be it. That might be the one.
Or it could be like in Scary Movie 2 when she's fucking the poltergeist. Like it looks like she's masturbating, but there's a ghost just going to town on her. The Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost. Porn. Holy Ghost porn. Robert, thoughts?
I was thinking like maybe like VR. He might be getting into the glass, maybe some Blu-ray glasses.
Yeah. When those are a thing.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe like he has like some daddy issues, so maybe he's looking for things that like stepdad and stepdaughter or something like that.
He didn't have any siblings though. He didn't have any siblings.
That was one of the top ones. Stepmom was one of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was number 7 on the most popular searches on Pornhub last year.
I will say that trend is the worst thing to happen to porn. Outside of human trafficking, obviously. But I mean, as far as trends,
that's definitely worse. And child porn.
It's the way you can't just scroll without seeing 19 almost family members bang each other.
Well, but like when you don't realize what it is, like it doesn't say that in the description, and they're like, "What are you doing, stepson?" You're like, "Well, I come on."
That part of it is still funny to me too. When they won't even come up with a name, they're just like, "I'm gonna call you stepson. You call me stepmom or stepsister the whole time." So that we make sure everyone
like hot
knows.
Mom, and you're like, oh, I didn't know it was with your son. That's
you can't just call her. Her name is Stephanie. You can call her Stephanie. No, you have to call her stepsister every time. So it really makes it weird.
Or when they like go out of their way to like I think it's funny in movie too, where they're like, Robert, I am your brother, and it's like, yeah, Robert would know that if you were his brother, like you wouldn't need to say that, but they have to say it for like the movie and the continuity of it, and it's like not like porn dialogue is super well thought out. They know what they're getting to. So
they make me think I could be a writer.
Yeah, definitely. I think you could be. So you said stepmom, like you want incest porn? You're an incest porn kind of guy.
I think Jesus wants incest.
Do you think JC's into?
No, it's not even step. I think he has like like where
you
all
go
his
MILF.
children
MILF is adjacent to that.
So maybe like stepdad.
Gangbang.
Shut up, Joseph. You're not my dad. And then like Joseph goes back to the room and he's just like, I just can't get through to your son. And Mary, she's like, hold on, let me make you feel better. Whoa. That's what you think Jesus wants to watch, Robert? What's wrong with you?
Wow.
I mean, my first answer was the Blu-ray glasses.
Blu-ray glasses, VR porn. All right, we'll go with that. VR, MILF, and what was yours again, Pat? You had like 3.
Bible porn.
Bible porn. All right, that was a good one, Mike, for our final What Would Jesus Do segment ever. Unless anybody wanted to send anything into #PTG WWJD.
Kicking off the new year by ending the segment.
Kicked it off. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you
Hello and goodbye.
Pat, why don't you tell us and all of our guests and friends and viewers and listeners about Southern Star Brewing Company real quick, and then we'll get to the not cool segment.
Sorry, computer froze there for a second. Yeah, as you guys all know, I'm crushing them. I'm already on my 3rd one. I purposely, you know what I did, Robert? I didn't have any Southern Stars this week, just because I was like, you know what? I want the enjoyment to be true on the podcast. I'm excited though. You know what I started doing? I started keeping pint glasses in my freezer, so now I can get home at the end of the day, have fucking a nice cold Southern Star. I've got a couple of the Buried Hatchet Stouts. Ideally, I wish it was colder when I'm drinking those, but I'll drink them anytime. nice dark beer at the end of the day. Like, so it's not like you're not coming home to look like you're not looking to come home and crush like 5 or 6 beers. You want to come home and you want to have one beer stout. It's going to fill you up a little bit. It takes the edge off. It's fucking delicious. I've got Southern Brunch over here. I've got, of course, the always beautiful, always delicious Strawberry Bomb. Is the favorite of this podcast. They loaded me up with a bunch more of the pumpkin beer. I've got, let's see, Texas Punch down there. So much. And as I look at this gigantic stack of beer next to me, I do remember that I got to give some of this to Alex. I told Keith I was going to do that, and then I didn't see him after we drove back from the Spooktacular. I woke up at 7:30 in the morning. I got in the car, and I just drove until I was at my front door. So we're going to need to plan that out. But the point is, no matter what you want, whether you want a nice fruity beer, you want a citrus beer, you want a dark beer, maybe something seasonal, orange, IPA, Southern Star has you covered on every front, especially if you love IPAs. You know them. They're the IPA guys. They're going to have 2 or 3 going at all times. You can find multiple in your stores. If the store near you doesn't have it, ask them. Be like, hey, go to their beer department, flag someone down. Like, hey, can you guys bring some Southern Star? And like, I really like the Bombshell Blonde. And then, just get them in the door. They're going to find a way to get it to, or you know what? If they won't do it, fuck them. You don't want to be at that grocery store. They're bad people. Look at me right here. Bad people. If they refuse to cover Southern Star or sell Southern Star, you don't want to be giving them their business. Now, coming up, I saw something. Hold on. I'm trying to bring it up on my phone. I saw they had, dude, that's my favorite thing in the world when you're just trying to look up something real quick and you just get the rolling arrow.
Yeah. It's like never at like a just chill time.
Dude, you're just, all right. That's what I was looking for. Sunday, January 15th, Houston Brisket U at Southern Star. Dude, they're making brisket.
Say no more.
Brisket and beer. Brisket and beer.
And then I think we got Crawdads for America coming up not too long from now, right?
Let's see.
I was talking to Keith when we were up there, and there was something that I was really excited about it. He told me. I mean, obviously,
I'm sure it's coming. They may not have it on their face.
It was something. It was something cool too. Like maybe it wasn't Crawdads yet. Crawdads they're getting here.
But yeah, either way, the brisket one, it's a class. They're going to teach you how to smoke meat, all that shit.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh my God. Now I'm thinking about brisket, and it's all I want. I brisket-ceptioned myself. Nailed it.
Brinceptioned.
Yeah, but that doesn't tell you it's brisket.
And then you can also get the hoppy elixir that they got, which is non-alcoholic. It's just like
if you're the one driving,
water.
yeah.
And that's the best part about it. You go there, you go up to the brewery, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. You have a couple beers, you wind down with a couple of elixirs, make sure you're good to go. Ideally, you would have a designated driver. But if you don't, make sure, mix in a couple of elixirs, mix in a couple of waters, and they're awesome, like flavored waters. Robert's had a couple of those bad boys. What'd you think? That was like, I mean, Robert doesn't drink. He's a good dude, and he drank some of their. But like we always are like talking about the beer, and then they were like, we have this elixir, and I was like, Robert, have something from like he could finally consume something from Southern Star, and I mean, I think you were happy with it, right?
Yeah, it tasted like a Sprite.
I almost like took a break from beer at that point where I was like, can I have another one? Like I can.
Oh yeah, I threw down a couple.
I'm gonna start with 3 elixirs, and it's like you're cheating. You're drinking water. You're hydrating, but are you really hydrating? I don't know. You are hydrating. You are. That's the answer. They have trivia nights every Thursdays. It's fucking what else can we say? Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world. 3525 North Fraser Street, coolest brewery. If you were up there for the fucking Christmas Spooktacular, like you get it. It's the best. Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world. Tell me you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll know who you are. They'll know who you are. Love you guys at Southern Star, and can't wait to go back up there again. Let's go out for Brisket U. It's gonna be a great time. And Southern Star Brewing Company, if you could drink it at Southern Star, you're enjoying a Southern Star, tag them and tag us at Pasquerade Pod, at Southern Star BC, and at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of Pasquerade Podcast and the Not Cool segment. There's a lot of things in this life that are not cool. Southern Star is never going to be one of those things. Southern Star Brewing Company.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, starting off the new year with New Year not cools. And if you would like to share a not cool, something just makes you say, hey, man, that's not cool. You know, you stub your toe. That's not cool. You get run over by a bus. Also not cool. Use the hashtag PTG not cool on Twitter. Tag us at PassGradePod. That's how we'll find it. We'll read some of the best ones each week. And I think we got a couple of doozies in this week's one. Let's start off with, this is Cruz, not Craig Cruz. We thought it was Cruz, but then he came to the Spooktacular. Shout out to him. He was awesome. He was awesome at the Spooktacular. He brought his wife, and he's at my name Craig08 on Twitter. He says his not cool is having to shut off the water in our master bathroom due to a leak in the pipe. Now I have to wait on a plumber to come out here later this week. I mean, not getting water to your master bathroom, it always fucks you up. Always fucking you up. Not getting water to anywhere in your house, that sucks. Having a pipe leak means you're gonna, I don't know if that means you gotta cut the sheetrock if it drips enough. Sometimes you don't have to do too much. Sometimes you just have that little stain at the top of the ceiling, depending on where it was, I guess. And sometimes you gotta replace a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully it wasn't that bad for you, but having to wait on somebody to come out later on in the week, that's just not ideal. Not ideal.
Yeah. I mean, can you like, you wake up in the middle of the night, you have to piss, you got to walk halfway across your house to a different bathroom that isn't your regular one.
Throws you off. You'll be all thrown off.
Dude, that sucks ass. I can't.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't get your home field advantage when you're taking a shit.
Right? It's like that.
You gotta
that
have
one
the home
bathroom
field
in your,
advantage.
yeah. That fucking sucks, bro. T's and P's.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
T's and P's. Next one we got is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter. She says she's gunning for a Gravy Award. Shout out to everybody that did win at the Gravies. It was I mean, that was the hardest we've ever had to work to like pick the winners. I feel like we have the algorithm that kind of shows us who has contributed the most throughout the year. And I mean, it's not about like who our favorite listeners are or anything like that. It's about like interactions we have with people, the best answers questions, all that stuff goes into Gravies Awards. So if you want to win a Gravy next year, beginning of the year, maybe that'll be your New Year's resolution. Win a Gravies Award this year. Who knows? It could be. You got plenty of time. But Ashley Wilkins says, I forgot my purse in my husband's car, so now I have to run errands with no gas and no money to get gas.
That's like playing Russian roulette.
It's like
you're just driving and staring at the thing like, please don't run out of gas. Please don't run out of gas.
But what errands, like, were you running errands where you had to go pick up stuff?
That would be my guess. Like,
you couldn't be running errands where you had to buy
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like getting your kid from school.
Yeah.
Like
pick up the kid, pick up the dry cleaning, do this, bam.
Yeah, you can't be it's like when I think my not cool before the end of the year last year was I went to HEB, was doing some shopping and got to the checkout lane and felt my back pocket and realized I left my wallet at home. And it was just like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go home. I'm going to do all this over again if somebody takes my card. And they did. And I had to do the same thing over again. And it's just solid, not cool.
Yeah.
Solid, not cool. Next one we got is Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713, who got shut out at the Gravies. Probably the biggest surprise, I would say. Like, wow, he was a favorite to win some awards, and just, I don't know, maybe this is his redemption arc.
One seed upset.
Yeah, you didn't expect it, but you know, Virginia won a national championship in basketball the year after losing as a 1 seed to a 16 seed. So
there you go.
Don't forget that, Josh. We believe in you. We believe in you, buddy. But Josh says he broke his rib.
That one made me laugh super hard. Not because he broke his rib, but because he didn't give us a story. All he wrote was, I broke my rib.
Probably because maybe he can't type because his rib's so broken. It's just so much pain.
That's just a funny way to write it.
Short,
I'm sorry,
sweet,
dude. That sucks.
Broke his rib.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks. I don't know if anything can top that.
He's got a son, and if anybody knows anything about boys, they will just run up to you and just kind of hit
kids
you
in general.
Section.
I did Christmas
like,
with my
what's
niece.
Up? Whack.
I did Christmas with my niece, and they just don't care. Emma's dad had gout, and like his foot was all swollen, and she's like crawling on him, and it's like, no, that's gonna hurt his foot. That's gonna hurt his foot. Oh, yep, did it anyways. Kids also have like no like whereabouts of like where your dick and balls are, so like they're right at that angle where like they bump into you, and it's just like, oh, that was full speed. That was full speed. Ow. And you can't like scold them. They're just kids. They're just kids. You're just like, I'm just gonna go cry in this corner over here.
Yeah, watch the nuts.
Why don't you want to play with me? Because I can't right now. I'll be there in a second. But yeah, that kid's definitely not little JJ's not gonna give a fuck, and I'm sure you've already experienced some pain from him probably jumping on you or whatnot. But yeah, that broke a rib, probably gonna be pretty tough to top on this week's Not Cool. Wouldn't you say, Pat?
Yeah, I mean it's one of those ones where literally every time you do anything, you're breathing, right? So like that hurts to breathe.
It only hurts all of the time.
Yeah, so that's a tough one to beat.
So if actually we do have something that could probably beat that. David Ruiz at David_Ruiz 90 on Twitter says, my Not Cool is almost getting shot at by a cartel guy on Christmas Eve while visiting my family in Mexico. I think that's slightly maybe worse, huh?
Well, let's hear the story.
Well, he was so yeah, he sent that to us as the Not Cool. As I was filtering the Not Cools we were going to use this week, I was like, hey buddy, you got to tell me more to this story. Like I need the deets. So he sent me and did you know there's like a gravy gang group chat going on? Like he had apparently sent this to the Gravy Gang. And
yes, that's how we got the second David the cop.
Or Adam the cop. Yeah, apparently there's another cop named Adam that is not
members there.
Adam Notgrass that then impersonated Pat or made people think he was Pat. There was a whole thing, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. But
which, by the way,
I love it.
I hope you're listening, buddy. Chat. Mad respect that his angle was just go like, you know, guys, I'll finally admit it. I'm Pat. That's a funny fucking angle. I like that. Actually, Brett texted me like 2 days ago. He's like, okay,
Brett Brandon, yeah.
I have to know. Are you him? And I was like, what are you talking about? He sends me the screenshot. And I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious.
That's what I told. He asked me, he was like, do you think Pat's fucking with me? He's like, no, dude, Pat's not a good guy at a long con. Pat's more of like, Pat probably wouldn't last 30 minutes in like a con.
Yeah,
Pat's he's not gonna go over months.
You think I'm gonna spend multiple months taking the time out of my day to do it? I can't even take the time out of my day to do my laundry. You think I'm gonna fucking catfish everybody?
Great point. But David almost got shot out by a cartel, or I guess did he get shot out? He says so. He's like, here's the full details, and this is what he says. He says, it was Christmas Eve night. Obviously, we did a whole dinner at the house, but then my brother's wife invited us to go to her family's party, so we went over around 11ish. We drank, and we're there until 3 a.m. Then we started walking back home. And while we were walking, there was one white truck that was driving fast in front of us and quickly turned into a corner that we were approaching. We kept on walking, and when we literally reached around a corner from our street, we saw the same truck hauling ass. We got out of the way so we wouldn't get hit. Me, being totally blitzed, yelled out, "Orale, pendejo!" Robert, what is that? Robert.
I couldn't wait to hear you pronounce that.
It just means like, come on, guy, but
it's not orale.
Pendejo is bitch, right?
But it's not orale.
What is it? What?
Orale.
Orale. That's way cooler.
You've definitely heard that before.
Orale.
Orale, pendejo.
Is it andale?
No, it's not andale. It's fucking orale.
Orale. What does it mean? Something bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Is that fuck you, bitch?
I think it's more, isn't it more so one of those terms that just like, it kind of fucking means whatever it means in the moment, right? Like, I'm sure it has an exact one, but like, I feel like I've heard it used for like, let's go, fuck yourself, fuck you, come on. Like, I think it's just kind of like, You can mean whatever the context is.
Okay, so come on, bitch.
Am I right on that, right, Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a term of encouragement, it says.
Yeah, so like it's
Orale, déjame ir al cine con mis amigos.
Oh my god, I finally met somebody with worse Spanish than I have.
Took it for was in a Spanish class for 1 day in high school and was like, nope, not doing this.
And then you were like, adios.
Sayonara. And I bounced and I took German because the teacher was pretty chill and didn't give a fuck and kind of just gave us the answers. And then I took sign language.
Finish the.
So, okay, he yelled, "Orale, pendejos." And then since he was driving like he yelled at him because he was driving like a maniac, he yelled that. And then the truck crossed the intersection and was well past it, then put it in reverse. And the guy driving pulled out a gun and shot at a guy that was at the corner with us.
So
like he shot at a guy in your group.
no, what it sounds like is this guy was driving around trying to find somebody, drove past him, reversed, shot at the guy, not part of their group. It was down the street down the street. So I would say, yeah, at best you could say almost getting shot at. He wasn't shot at. I still think the broken rib is worse.
If that happened to me, you bet your ass I'm saying I got shot at. Like, bro, from now on, you tell that story like you got shot at. Like we dodged, but like you embellish that story. Make it.
Oh no,
That's a fucking crazy story, anyways. But be like, no, dude, that guy shot at us. Luckily, we got away.
Any story I tell, I want it to be funny. So I'm going to tell the truth. I'm like, yeah, dude, guy was driving crazy, pulled up down the street, started firing shots.
Driving loco.
I immediately just took off running and shit my pants. I'm going to tell you the truth of what happened. And that's probably, I hear gunshots going off like that. And this guy's driving around crazy. And I just yelled at him. Probably just going to immediately take off running, probably squirt my pants a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, I may not shit, but here's also the thing why I'm saying that's probably going to happen. I could usually take a shit. Like a lot of times if I sat down and focused, I could probably shit at most moments. So if you startle me and I have to run, this body doesn't run. Okay. We shut that off. We exited high school and said no more running. So if I start to run like that, just running would probably make me shit.
Almost getting shot by a cartel, I would say, would be worse slightly.
I'm still gonna take
not cool.
I would take almost being shot at over having a broken rib.
Okay.
Can't sleep normal. Can't do anything normal. Can't breathe normal. Shot at, you got a story.
Yeah.
Broken rib, you got pain.
Scary shit though.
Very scary.
And I don't think any of us have not cools that are going to top it. I can start us off if you want to hear a little bitch not cool that I can go with.
Yes.
I think I'm allergic to my wedding ring. Like I it's not there anymore, but I had like a rash on right where my ring was, and it was just like turning pink, and like the skin was kind of getting like peely at one point. And so like last like 2 weeks, I just wore like a silicone ring or just tried to like not have it on. But it's like, this is a cool looking ring. Like
just
wear it.
Some people, soft metals like that, that's how it is for some people. You get rashy.
I like it. Like what I hate it.
Well, that's what you do. Get another ring. Get another nice ring. Just be like, I can't wear this one. I want to wear it. But get one of the, one of the rubber ones or silicone ones, but like get a nice one. I've never
I have
been
a giant silicone one, which is pretty sick. That's nice.
Yeah, just wear one, but just wear one that's not going to make your finger break out.
I like
hives.
this one though. I like this one. This is the one I picked. It's made of cobalt, so maybe I'm allergic to cobalt.
Could be. Get another ring that's made of gold or something, or another material.
I need you to stab me with all these metals. Like, is it jewelry store just to find out?
I mean, I think you can actually get sent away for tests like that. You can find what you're allergic to.
Allergy test, but I don't want to do it with everything. I just want to do it with
metals.
With just metal.
You can probably do that.
Who has access to metal? Just let me poke me with a couple metals and we'll find out.
C&D scrap metal, $2 bill. That's not a free ad either because everyone knows who they are.
No free ads. Yeah. So I think I'm allergic to my wedding ring, which kind of sucks.
That sucks.
Not allergic to love though. Not allergic to love. Maybe I'll just get the tattoo. You can't lose it, right? I'll just make like a badass fucking ring tattoo on my hand. That'd be fucking sick.
If you maybe on the inside of your lip, just get like Emma says hi.
Probably not on my lip.
I'm hers. Sort of like people like hit on you in public. You can just be like, no.
But like, wouldn't the ring tattoo make more sense? Because then you would actually see that and not have to be like, hey, pull your lip down.
Yeah, but in my one, you look like an idiot, and that's more fun for me.
Okay. So yeah, me.
Just throwing out ideas, man.
To the symbol of my love. That's my not cool.
I thought Wheezy was a symbol of y'all's love.
Wheezy is a symbol of our love as well. I can't wear Wheezy outside, you know.
I mean, you could drape her over your shoulders. Just have a little
She would
puppy
like
up here
that.
on the
She would
shoulders.
like to
Be
get to go.
"Oh, who's your old shoulder puppy?"
She's just chilling next to me right now. She's passed out.
She's a good girl. Robert, what about you?
guys?
I got sick after Christmas, and for me, when I get sick, it's a very, very slow build. Like, I wish I could just be like, one day I'm fine, the next day I have runny nose, cough, whatever. But no, it's like it takes 3 to 4 days for me to actually get the runny nose and then the cough, and then it lasts a little bit. Because I started feeling sick on Tuesday, but it wasn't until like Thursday, Friday where I started getting runny nose. The first 2 days were just like sore throats. But so for New Year's, I didn't do anything. I couldn't go out. I was asleep at midnight until the fireworks went off. And then, what do you have?
Question. Were you planning on doing something on New Year's? You don't really seem like a New Year's guy.
Yeah, my family had invited us over. I was
Oh,
watch
so
the game.
okay, so like a little family thing. Okay, I was
Yeah.
thinking like
You watch Ohio State, Georgia was on. You probably would
I
watching that, right?
I don't know why, but when you said that, you're like, oh, I couldn't go out somewhere to watch the fireworks, and I was just like, I don't really see Robert going. Oh, yeah, you're going over to your family.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going family. I'm not going to a party or anything like that.
That's I was like Robert going out
Yeah.
on New Year's. It just that didn't compute for me. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
You'll see family, but no, like and even earlier that day, I remember posting like on a station, like, hey, what time is the latest do you think fireworks should be going off? Like, I had like 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And for the most cranky people, I said 12:30 a.m. And when fireworks were going off at like midnight while I was asleep, I checked my phone, my phone, and it said 12:03, and I felt really cranky. I'm like, okay, it's 12:03. Stop it. Let me go back to sleep.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
No more fireworks. It's 12:03. We made it. We did it. You just need the one, and that's it.
That's it. That's all you need.
I can tell you, I was up until like 5 that night, not doing anything. The last 5 days, the earliest I've gone to sleep is 3. I'm just staying up watching shit. Is really, I'm not doing anything. But yeah, I was hearing fireworks consistently until like 4 in the morning. Not necessarily consistently, but like I think the last ones I heard were like 4:30 in the morning. People are assholes.
Yeah.
I'll give
But,
you.
like, I don't know, man.
As late as 2 o'clock, I'll give it to you. After 2 o'clock, shut the fuck up.
I feel like 2 o'clock is
it's-
actually fair.
Yeah, like 2 o'clock, it's late, but also, it's New Year's. It's fucking New Year's. People are going to be up after midnight. They're still going to be going. It is what it is.
I've had
And
people
it
ask
was
us
a
to stop
Saturday,
at like
right?
12:30, where I was like, all right, dude, my buddy just spent like $300, which is going to give us,
It's New Year's.
yeah, it's New Year's. Like, I understand that it's loud. This one is, you gotta just eat this one. Like, if we're doing it, like the things again,
Twice a
if by
year.
the fireworks, you should be able to shoot fireworks off every night if you want, just not at like late times. Like, I think it's crazy when people get mad over fireworks.
No,
that
you
are at, like,
shouldn't. No, you shouldn't, because they
if
fucking
you-
dogs.
okay, the fireworks are like 8 p.m. Like a little bit. Like, I don't know. You got the
No,
fireworks, but you can do
but you
like-
get twice a year. That's enough.
Oh, but then you have the leftover fireworks. What are you supposed to do with them?
What do you mean
you can't
leftover
shoot 'em.
fireworks? Fire off all of your
What if
shit.
you don't have time because you're gonna be done before 2, but you bought a bunch of fireworks.
If you can't set off all of your fireworks over a 2-hour span,
You're putting a show on, dude.
nobody wants a show to go longer than 2 hours.
What if you watched other people's fireworks and then you wanted to get on and put it on your own? I don't know. I'm not a
You
fireworks
do
guy
it, you
because
do
I
it
know
at the
I
same
would fuck up
time,
shit.
man. I've never had a problem with getting all my fireworks done in one night, unless I just like the next day I was like, oh, I missed this bag. No, the worst is, and I'm happy it hasn't happened this year. I've got some real like dickhead rednecky neighbors where usually it goes on for like 3 days, 3, 4, 5 days of fireworks. And when I say that, I don't mean every night. I mean, at some point, like 2 days, 3 days after the holiday, randomly at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll hear an M80. Why are you setting daytime fireworks, you fucking dickhead? I remember one time my brother walked down the street and straight up told the guys to fuck off because 3 o'clock in the middle of the day, you're freaking my dogs out. Shut the fuck up. Like, holy
Weezy's
shit.
not a fan of fireworks. Weezy fucking.
You get one day
That's it.
and you get till 2 a.m. Because here's the thing. It's not like you start your fireworks at midnight. You're probably starting at 10 o'clock. If you can't pack all that into a 4-hour time frame, that's on
No,
you.
you start at you should start at midnight when it's like now is when we fire off the fireworks.
Oh no, you got to start before midnight. You want the show to happen in a 5-minute span? No, you make it a night, man. I like blowing shit up. Occasionally, I'm gonna shoot a Roman candle at a friend. You shouldn't do it, but I do.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, just guys being dudes.
It's guy stuff.
Wait till after midnight to do that though, because that's Manuary.
That is Manuary, and then then you're good. That sucks, Robert.
Yeah, so being sick and like
That does suck.
Sam and I, we're not normally off at the same time, and around this time we weren't. We couldn't really
Right.
do anything. Like I'm sick.
I know some other people that got sick around like Christmas, and it's like fucking like this is when you don't want to be sick. Like let you be sick and like miss work.
So
Not-
what do you do when you feel it coming on like 3 days ahead? Are you drinking more water? Are you taking vitamin C? Or you're just
Yeah.
like, this is gonna happen. Oh, so you
Dayquil
do it,
orange
it doesn't-
juice.
Nah,
That's
I
my cocktail.
have at least like 2 glasses of orange juice in the morning. I bought like mandarins to eat. Yeah,
I have an idea. You're not gonna like this idea, but it's an idea. Now, this is coming from a man that hasn't been sick in like 14 years. Bourbon. Now, I know you don't drink. This isn't drinking. This is healthcare.
It's medicine.
Little half shot of bourbon every morning with you know what would be good for you? Every morning you start off the day with a hot toddy. It's a very small amount of bourbon that you put in there, but hot water, lemon, honey. It's basically tea. It's just putting the Irish elixir in with it too. Hot toddy
Maybe try
wouldn't be
that
the
next
best.
time.
Except maybe you don't want to do that first. Maybe you do that at night when you're already
But also,
comfy
like,
in
it
bed.
just gets you too drunk to realize you're sick.
Oh, it doesn't.
And that's
It's like
I think it's called
yeah.
numbing the pain.
you put a
Instead of
half shot.
alcoholism.
A half shot of bourbon ain't gonna hurt nothing. Also, I mean, it's good. I mean, if it's good enough to teeth babies, it's good enough to treat Robert. Ain't nothing wrong with rubbing.
I don't think
a
you're
little bourbon
supposed to
on
teeth babies with it. I think
No,
you'll
there's
have, but
nothing.
it's
There's
frowned-
nothing
It's
wrong
frowned
with that.
upon.
Dude. It's really not. Like if you talk to baby medical experts, they're like, it's probably not like the great, but like it's actually soothing for them, and it's not going to get them fucked up. You put a little bourbon on your fingertip, you rub it on their gums, it numbs it for them because you don't want to give actual numbing agents to a baby. Like you put Novocaine
You
on
just
a
said
baby.
that was like a numbing agent.
No, I said it numbs it. I'm saying like you don't want to give like prescription Novocaine. You're just trying to
Numbs
raise that
it, but
kid
it's not a
to
numbing
be
agent.
a fucking oxy head. Yeah, that's a natural elixir.
Give him a few Xannies.
Bourbon.
Worst
That's
could
where
happen.
you give your kid Novocaine to numb their fucking teething. That kid is going to be on Xannies, 100% by middle school.
But if you rub bourbon on them, they won't just be
no, they'll just be cool.
okay. And that like put the disclaimer like this is not official medical advice. Please do not.
Hey, I'm
take
sorry.
this
I'm
or
sorry.
try this at home.
Raise your hand if you haven't been sick over the last decade. This
You
guy.
have
might have just
been
been
sick,
too.
you just don't
You
remember.
might have just been too drunk to realize you were sick.
Hey, if I'm too drunk to taste that chicken, I didn't taste that chicken. You know what I'm saying?
No.
What?
If I don't remember, it didn't happen, baby. Only sickness I get is hangovers. All right,
I
I
don't know
got
if that holds up in
a.
court.
Well, try me. I've got a few of them to run through. First one that actually happened at the Spooktacular. At the end of the night, I finally watched some of the wrestling that they do. And well, first of all, that's not cool that it took me this long. Guys, if you're ever up there and they're doing the wrestling, it's fucking electric. Watch it. It was amazing. Now, here was the thing. I was pretty drunk at that point.
No.
I got into the show and I started yelling at the people and at the wrestlers. And at one point, I don't know, probably said like, you suck ass or something like that. It wasn't anything egregious. Like I wasn't yelling like real cusses at him. But like, as the dude like jumped out of the ring, was running away from the match, I was like yelling. I was like, hey, there's kids here. And I was like, okay. If the guy who's the bad guy wrestler yells, hey, there's kids here. Here's the fucked up thing. Keith laughed. So I didn't say anything that
to
bad.
to be fair, earlier in the day at the Spooktacular, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet, we did have Todd Voss's son say his not cool was Pat, and you were like, what? And he said, fuck you, Pat. So like you literally had children telling you, fuck you. So like you could say that it was his fault. It was the kid's fault.
Yeah.
No, these kids are cool. These kids are cool here.
Yeah, but I like that. I'll always blame the children. I blame the children.
Blame the children.
So yeah, I had a professional wrestler yell at me for being rude.
So he was like running out at like he was like, hey, like, did he stop or did he just stay on his way out?
No, like he had. I was in the corner, but like it was one of those things where he jumps out of the ring and like won't get back in it because he's getting beat, and then like his manager kind of like brings him back to like behind the curtain, and that's when he said, "Oh yeah, yeah." It was one of those things. I was like, "All right, fuck you, buddy." My next one is just white people saying it's giving, like, you're watching an Instagram video or something and they're like, oh, this is my new room. It's giving eggshell vibes or whatever they say. If I hear, I will watch, I'll be 2.5 minutes into a video and I hear it's giving and the video is gone. You're done. If I followed you, you're unfollowed. I hate that shit. That one was not for us whites. That we ruin a lot of fucking sayings. We killed that one quick. It could have been cool, and then just fuck. Everybody knows. You all know what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I do agree with you. It's overdone. It's overdone.
It makes me so angry. I'll literally be 45 seconds into a video and they say it's giving, and I just
go, like, damn it!
I freak out. I like fly into a rage. I hate it so much. Stop doing that, people. My next one. Should have won my fantasy football championship. Last second.
Talk about your fantasy team.
I know. It's gonna be quick. Should have won $900. Last second, changed 2 players. Had like the lowest scoring week of the entire season. Fucked myself out of $900. That sucked. And then here's my real one for the day. Is you've heard us mention multiple times about the technical difficulties. I'm sure you heard halfway through the show that my microphone all of a sudden started sounding better. It's because 2 weeks ago, we've been gone for 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, my brother was like, hey, I needed to charge my phone. I grabbed your charging block out of the podcast room. I was like, that's cool. Just put it back. I get in here today. What he did was he did put the charging block back in this room. Did he plug it back in? No. The wire was still there next to the strip. He put the charging block on top of the table next to my iPad, but just couldn't bring himself. So I got in here today. Everything was dead. Tried to get it going again. It came back on. We talked for a second. It died immediately. My brother's a fucking piece of shit.
Just quick question for you. Do you go in that room at all?
Nope.
Outside of the podcast?
It's literally it's a side room. I come in here just to do the podcast. That's it. I don't have a TV or anything in here. This is just the podcasting room.
You didn't.
So some people would be like, oh, Pat, you maybe you could have checked it. To make sure you're ready. But here's the thing. Why would I when nobody comes in this room? Nobody's been in this room in 2 weeks.
For example, for myself and Robert, we did like podcast prep. So we got on, like I got on my computer when I got home from work today, and had it been like low battery, I would have plugged it in then 3 hours ahead of the time that we started recording, and then it would have been charged. Not pointing fingers. I'm just saying, Robert, did you do something similar? Like you checked our little prep sheet we put together, maybe add a couple notes to what we're going to talk about. I did this before. Like these are my notes.
My notes go right here in my phone because I carry that with me at all times.
To each
their own. It's always there. My laptop has a charge because that's the side over here. That's where I keep my, the timers going, our notes that I write down during it.
Right.
This iPad is only used for this. This is it. I don't use it for our other gravy gambles. I use it only for this, and the only time I come in this room is to do this.
So, Robert, what do you like? I record on a computer. Robert, what do you record on?
Record on a computer.
Okay, you do an iPad.
Yeah, no, but here's the I am going to go get a new one soon because I got a bunch of extra money working over the holidays.
Oh, he's rich
So-
now, guys. Watch out.
No, I've got
bags, Dion over here.
I've got enough to spend on a fucking $700 fucking laptop now. But I just what's the golden rule of when you borrow somebody from something or something from
no,
somebody?
I don't
You give
disagree.
it back
That
better
is,
than what you took it. My
it's a
brother
solid,
brought
not
it.
cool.
He left it. Let's see. The height of this is 1.5 feet. He was 1.5 feet of just going plug back in, plug in the thing. Said he just walked in here and just kind of tossed it on the table. Was like, fuck that. You guys, I said this to you beforehand. You don't understand.
No,
your brother isn't.
it's
Your brother
solid,
isn't a
not
piece
cool.
of shit.
True.
I should actually. This is kind of on me because I should have known he's a piece of shit,
Also true.
and I love him, but he's a piece of shit. If I were to bring my sister in this room right now, I'd be like, "Hey, what's Andrew?" She'd be like, "Oh, he's a piece of shit."
You should. You should.
I gotta get up and
Yeah.
Hold
no,
on.
Don't. You don't have to.
here's what I'll do. I'll text her right now. Is Andrew a piece of shit? And I
Well,
bet
yeah,
she's
it's
gonna
not as
yep.
funny if you text it. So you don't have to do this. No.
I'll just say, "How would you describe
Nice.
Andrew?" And I'll update when she gets back to me.
Okay. Okay, but
I guarantee you, there's
Yeah.
gonna be some
no, I mean
variation
it's
of
a
piece of
solid
shit in
not
here.
cool. It is definitely like that's what the segment's for, and like that is a not cool. Just future maybe check that your stuff's plugged in at a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot it was 2 weeks beforehand,
Correct. I know. I got you.
and it was over the holidays, like I said, between Christmas and that time doesn't exist.
That's
A lot
true.
of drinking going on.
It's a great
But
point.
yeah, I mean, it is on me in the end because I should be prepared for this. But
yeah.
yeah.
There you go. On that note.
There's the punchline.
On that note, that was our not cool segment. If you'd like to submit your not cool, use the hashtag PTG not cool to @PassGradePod. That is how we will search for them, and we'll pick the best ones each week to read before sharing ours. Our final segment we do every week is the answers segment. We do the pre-cum segment in the beginning where we pitch any ideas, ask any questions, any thoughts we just had that we wanted to throw out to the gang. This is your time to do that. You ask us the questions, we'll give you the answers. You want relationship advice? Don't send us tax stuff. I was going to say we won't give you advice on that. If we help parent. If you have parenting advice that you'd need, we've got you. We raised a fine young man named Skylar Lester, who is a 3-time Gravy Award winner. So
He's a good boy.
Excellent parenting on our part. We actually need to make stickers for our cars that says "Proud parent of a Gravy Award recipient," and then people will be like, "What does that mean?" Like, if you have to ask, you'll never know.
We could do proud parent of a good boy. So then people get mad being
Dogs.
like, he thinks his dog is he thinks he's an actual parent, and then we can piss off those assholes.
It's Skylar. It's my son Skylar.
I know.
He's the background on my phone. This is my son Skylar. How dare you?
Yeah. Just let people get pissed off, be like, "Oh, dogs are not the same as babies." They are. We all know they are.
Hey,
It's the same
fuck
shit.
you, pal. With all due respect, fuck you. But yeah, this is the answer segment. If you'd like to submit a question for us, use the hashtag PTG answers to @PassGradePod on Twitter. You can also email them to us, but we do prefer Twitter is first and foremost what we're going to search for. All of these have been sent to us through Twitter. You can email them to us though. Some people don't have Twitter, but like just get a fucking Twitter and send us answers questions on that. Answers @PassGradePod.com. Also go to just PassGradePod.com, click contact, and our buddy Jesse's going to forward them over to us. But @PassGradePod, hashtag PTG answers. The answer segment is brought to you by littleemshop.com, littleemshop.com. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're going to get free shipping on orders of over $10 or more. And you're also going to get 10% off your order when you use promo code PTG69 at checkout. They got a little bit of everything. I mean, ring in the new year with some awesome smells. They got the best air fresheners in the biz, a million times better than those baby back bitch green trees people are driving around with. If you have one of those, throw them down on your in your passenger seat and just say, fuck this, head over to littleemshop.com, order you some of the best air fresheners in the biz. They also have some awesome stickers, some keychains. You can get some customizable keychains as well. I have one that says the Gravy King on it. You can get mirrors, compact mirrors for the ladies or the fellas, and then some awesome custom stickers as well. Go get you some Little Ice Miami Beach and Fresh to Death scents are awesome there. Go check out. Like, I like the Rad Miami Beach one, and then I think Fresh to Death is also there too. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Little Ice smells great. If I had to, we were doing power rankings. We like power rankings. I would probably go Fresh to Death, Miami Beach, and then Little Ice. Can't go wrong with any of them. And they're awesome. They're awesome. You're gonna never regret getting a Little M air freshener. LittleEMshop.com at Little EM tweets on Twitter, and they're at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. LittleEMshop.com, LittleEMshop.com, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question this week does come from our
I was gonna say,
podcast, son.
He can go second. I'm starting this off because I got the answer from my assistant. So the first answer was, how would you describe our brother? Answer question. And she goes, depends on the day. Mind is constantly running, needs a lot of stimulation, very opinionated, social. But when he's tired, stand clear. And I said, I'm sorry, the answer I was looking for was piece of shit. And she goes, LOL. So that was the first answer question.
Okay, there we go. That was our first
answer.
question.
Answers question and answer. There you go.
Our next one is from our podcast son, Skylar Lester at OMG. It's Skylar. At OMG, it's Skylar on the Twitter. And Skylar says,
first one of the year. I got excited.
He says, why do we raise our hand when we knock on a door?
This one fucked me up for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, same.
You could just easily wrap the knuckles. You don't have to you just the back. I mean, you're using like to do this or just to leave your hand down and like, just, why?
I'm convinced that the only reason we do it is because a long time ago, somebody did that. And then somebody else was like, oh, maybe like, I don't know, were doors higher up? Did you have to crawl into a door?
Actually, I bet.
Because really, it would just be easier to go, I gotta stand up to do it. Just like that would save time. But no, here we go. Because at the old timey like castles and shit, they had the fucking
door knockers.
So you would go.
Oh, and that makes sense because the knocker had to have the gravity swing of it, so it had to be higher up right there. And you just bam, bam, bam.
When we like didn't have those on all the doors, people would just, they were used to that. So then they would do this, and then everybody's just seeing everybody else knock that way. And then that's just how it works. I think we just figured that out.
Yeah.
Boom.
We actually logically figured that out.
Look at us.
I'm impressed.
Robert, you agree?
I do agree. I'm on board.
Light bulb moment right there. I was like,
Yeah.
the knocker.
Alex, I'm proud of you. Your new year, you're showing a great brain.
I'm proud of all of us right there. That was a good one. I felt good about answering that one. Look how smart we are.
Hey, your son comes to you with a question and you can actually answer it. It's a proud dad moment.
Yeah. You know, usually he comes to us with math homework and he's like, Dad, how do I find Y? And I'm like, ask your other father. And then he goes to Pat and Pat's like, son, get out of here. And then that's how he figures out math. He's not great at math. We didn't teach him math very well, but we can teach him how to knock.
Yep.
So we got that. We got that going for us. So I mean, you know, you listen to Pass the Gravy, you watch Pass the Gravy. If you're not careful, just might learn something. Now we learned that dark roast is not the strongest coffee. We've learned why people knock with their hands up. And we've learned what kind of porn Jesus should watch. All valuable. To what? I don't know.
I mean, we are an education podcast.
Educational podcast. All right. All right. The next one is from our buddy Alex. Oh, I believe he was PTG's Man of the Year, was he not? Yes. He's the Gravy Award winner for the Man of the Year Gravy Award winner. Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter, and he says, "Can you get a beer belly from drinking liquor?"
Okay, so here's the thing. This depends on where you're starting out at. Because speaking for myself, I didn't get rid of one, but I lessened mine by switching to liquor when I went keto hard there for a couple months.
I think you have a gut. You have a gut.
Yeah, not drinking all that beer and everything though, dude. I lost like fucking 50 pounds, just straight up getting rid of the beer, except for Wednesdays, of course. But I'd say at the worst, at the very worst, you can actually lose it, but at the worst, you might just maintain. You'll probably maintain it because it is still empty calories. But you're not getting the carbs. That's where the gut comes from, is the carbs.
Have you ever seen Trailer Park Boys?
Bits.
Look up Randy from Trailer Park Boys.
I love Randy.
That is a beer belly right there.
That's is who belly. I was actually born to be, and somewhere my life went very wrong, and I'm not that guy.
Randy from Trailer Park Boys is a beer. That's a beer belly. A gut is more just.
Yeah, you know, I think you're right.
Beer belly is more rounded.
It's fat.
Rounded.
I'm fat, but I don't think I necessarily have the beer belly. That's when like
beer
your body
belly
is
a
normal,
gut, but it's a like a shaped gut almost.
I'm not going to say the name, but you remember that baseball coach from our high school? That's what I think of. Yeah, that's exactly. When like your body is almost fairly normal, but then the gut just goes straight out, and it's just like that guy has a huge gut.
That guy drinks a lot of beer.
That fat.
Yes,
that's the beer belly. So, I mean, you can help reduce it by drinking liquor. I don't know if you're not going to get one from drinking liquor because that's the carbs. You're still going to
get a gut from drinking liquor.
Weight.
Yeah, you get it. You can get a gut from drinking liquor. Beer belly, we're gonna leave that exclusively to beer.
Yeah, that's just it's the carbs.
But Southern Star Brewing Company, fun fact about them, a lot of people don't know this. If you drink a Southern Star, you're guaranteed to not get a beer belly. It's the magic of the Southern Star.
It just then you get a dad bod if you drink Southern Star because you are inherently sexier drinking that beer.
And chicks everyone knows that you daddy.
And the dad bod is sexy. Or you know, maybe if you're lucky, they'll call you what they call Robert and call you daddy.
Daddy. He got up just because he's pretty close.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that's gonna be fun for him to re-listen when he's editing.
Yeah.
Robert's gonna get to hear that part. No, I'm not going to, but now he knows there's something he needs to listen for.
He'll know.
And he shook his head. He's worried. He's worried.
Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. All right. That was a good question, Alex. So that's how you win Man of the Year. Questions like that. Our next one is from Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter. And we are big into power rankings. If you want to send us power rankings, hashtag PTG answers, give us 5 options and we will power rank them because we are addicted to that. Mikey P says, power rank these Cokes: fountain, canned, glass, Mexican, and cocaine.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, first of all, Mexican Coke is number 1. I don't know what sort of like actual real sugar that is. Here's the thing. I think that what they give us real sugar in America is not even real sugar anymore. It's like a lab-based.
It isn't. That was kind of the bit. Like Mexican Coke uses real cane sugar, and that's why it is better.
But like even when we buy cane sugar in the United States, I don't think it is real anymore. I think the FDA has fucked us out of actual real ingredients anymore. So we get what we get. Mexican sugar, it's still that real fucking Coke. The Mexican government's like, yeah, dude, we're not going to fuck with your soda. That's some real ass shit. Mexican Coke is number 1. Number 2, fountain, especially if it's from Mickey D's. The Sprite and the Coke from Mickey D's just hit fucking different. That's the best one. Then we will go, I guess, just glass. Like that's the closest you'll get to Mexican Coke in America is the glass Coke. It's still not the same, but something about drinking a Coke out of an ice cold glass bottle is nice. Then we'll go canned. And then I'm going to go cocaine just because I've never done Coke. Shockingly, I feel like I seem like someone that would have dabbled in all that. But, you know, your boy, I've only ever hit the electric lettuce. And
devil's
but that's not what we're talking about here. So I'm gonna go cocaine number 5 because your boy ain't done it. Can't speak on what I ain't done.
So I'll go next. I think we did our rankings based off of different things, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're just power ranking. All right, that's what power rankings are. I'm gonna go cocaine number 1.
Wow, big drug guy over there, huh?
No. Why am I going cocaine number 1? Because I was like, hey, I wonder what brings in more money. Is it cocaine or is it Coca-Cola? So I did a little research. For these power rankings, Pat. And when I looked it up, cocaine, on average, estimated $130 billion a year. $130 billion.
That's probably low.
I was probably a conservative guess. Coca-Cola Company, which I believe is trackable, 38.655 billion. So
And
almost
that's-
$100 billion more dollars a year cocaine makes. That makes it a little bit more powerful, I think.
That's fair. And also, that's the Coca-Cola Company. That includes Sprite and all their other subsidiaries.
The Coca-Cola
That's not
Corp,
just
yeah.
Coke. Yeah.
So, but that was why I was like,
Okay.
all right, 130 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
That's
I mean,
a good reason to justify your drug problem. That's a good
good
way to go about it.
People kill people over cocaine. Not a lot of people kill people over Coca-Cola.
I mean,
Another
if Kylie Jenner had a Coca-Cola in that commercial, there probably would have been a riot and some deaths, but she used a Pepsi, so everything was okay. Remember that Super Bowl ad?
Yeah, I remember that. And then racism was in.
Yeah, that was the best commercial ever, as far as I'm concerned.
But I think that, like, if you're willing to kill someone for something, that's probably going to power rank you a little bit higher, usually.
I mean, or if you're willing to suck dick for it. I mean, the great Bob Saget once said he sucked dick for cocaine. He never said he sucked dick for a Coca-Cola.
It's true. Very true. So cocaine, number one. Then number two, I got Mexican Coke because obviously it tastes better. It's just not even a competition.
It's
not even a competition.
If the
it comes in a taller
English,
bottle. Yeah, it comes in a taller bottle. It's cool. I think, although in Spanish, I believe it's Coca-Cola as well. So I don't think it's not.
No, but the other words on the bottle are not in English.
Oh, okay.
It'll say Hecho in Mexico.
So I'm gonna go Mexican Coke number two. Then I'm gonna go canned Coke number three because it's got polar bears and sometimes it's got Santa on it and it looks cool.
Yeah, but then sometimes it'll be like, share this with Sharon, and you're like, I fucking hate Sharon. She's a bitch.
No, but then you feel better because you're like, fuck shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink this on my own. So you feel like you stole somebody's stuff from work without actually having to steal somebody's stuff from work.
That's a bad pick.
And so you feel kind of like you're a criminal. Then number four, we're going glass because it's like as close as you can feel like you're at with Mexican Coke, but it's not Mexican Coke. Number five, unpopular opinion, fountain, because fountain Coke can suck sometimes. It can be elite at places like McDonald's. But have you ever got it where they didn't mix the syrup right? And it's just like fucking just weird carbonated water? Like that fucking sucks. There's a lot of like the cans, the bottles, it's already the way it is. It's already the way it is. That's how you're going to get it. The fountains, not always. Inconsistent.
The fountain,
there's not consistency there. And consistency, I think I'm dinging it for that. That's why fountain drinks, fountain Coke.
That just, I'll give you a secret here. This is what happens on that. They're not mixing it. It just means that their bag of the soda syrup ran out and they just need to switch the bag. That's what that is.
Okay.
And also,
but
here's the thing
you don't
about
have that variable. You don't have that variable.
You can, yeah. You just tell the employee, can you switch it out? They're like, yeah. And here's also the other thing about fountain Coke. That's unlimited. I can go and get free refills all day, baby, on that.
With your flat Coke when they forget to refill the syrup thing in it. I'm just saying.
It's not a forget thing. It just all of a sudden it runs out. That's how you know you're low on syrup. A customer tells you, yeah, that's flat. And you're like, oh, we got to change the CO2. They're like, oh, this just tastes like fucking club soda. You're like, oh, I got to change the syrup.
But then I have to engage with somebody. Then I have to engage with somebody.
Oh, the server that you're already talking to?
Okay. Or I get it in a bottle. Psh, open that bad boy. That I'm not sending that back.
Ain't no free refills on bottles, man.
Ain't no
free refills on bottles.
You feel cool drinking out of a bottle. I go cocaine, Mexican Coke, canned Coke, glass Coke, and fountain Coke.
Glass Coke is good too because you can use it as a spitter after, so that's nice.
And you can smash it and stab somebody with it if you get in a brouhaha.
Don't do that.
I think, yeah, Mexican number one. Then I'm gonna go can, glass, fountain, and cocaine last.
You skip glass.
That's a Mexican, canned, glass, fountain. Cocaine.
Oh, I didn't hear. Somehow I didn't hear the glass. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just me and Robert. We're good people. We're not drug guys, but Alex, you're free to vote however you want.
I'm not a drug guy. I was looking at it from a financial aspect and a financial like murder aspect. Like people kill people over
First
cocaine.
of all, you're not.
That's a powerful thing.
So you're looking at number one financial, and then after that, the financials don't matter because number two should be Fountain then.
No, it's all financial
not
because
only-
one is cocaine, two, and everything else after that is Coca-Cola, which is the second thing I looked at.
Yes, but financially, the company's going to make more money selling the bags of syrup, and the vendor is going to make more money on the bag of syrup than selling the individual cans. So financially, that should be number two for you. You done fucked up. I just brought your ass to school.
But it's
Education.
just because they made money. I don't think. No, you're not looking at it the way I'm looking at it.
So
Justifying it.
financially,
Cocaine
number
makes
one,
more.
because Cocaine
makes more
money.
than Coca-Cola. So anything
ju-
after cocaine is Coca-Cola. So therefore it is below cocaine. That's what I'm saying. 130 billion, 38.6 billion. One is bigger than the other. Everything else, like 2, 3, 4, and 5 are Coca-Cola. So it's after.
So number
profits.
one is based on the most profit you make from it. 2 through 5, the profit of the individual product doesn't matter.
No, because it's the same product.
You're such a dick.
It's the same product.
But here's what you said it's not, though. It's not always the same product, is it? Mexican Coke is better than regular. Soda is sometimes better than Fountain. Like
I feel like I explained myself pretty well. You're just
I
trying
feel
to
like
twist it wrong.
No, I feel like I made a good point and you just refuse to listen to it.
I'm not
Financially, this is why it's number one. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're not going to rank those by
130
financials.
billion. 130 billion. Just saying.
Yeah, and if
Just
they
saying.
only sold it in the bags of Coke that come out of fountains, Coca-Cola would probably make 130 billion. But people want their sodas in cans and bottles.
And they want their cocaine in bags.
That's true. Bags that were in someone's butt at the airport.
Sometimes, yeah. That was a good one. That was a good power ranking, Mikey P. That was a good one, buddy. Keep them up. Power rankings. We like them. We're gonna try and do like one a week if we can get enough of those. Next one is from Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713. His second appearance on the pod today. He says, "How many chickens would it take to kill a lion?"
Can we at least establish that these are like Mexican fighting chickens?
Okay.
Like they were
give you
bred to fight. Can we also say maybe they're being dropped into an enclosure at the zoo, so there's a finite area that the lion can run through?
There's let's put them in an octagon.
Oh, we're going in an octagon.
I'm just saying. Well, like if we have a finite area, why not just throw them in an octagon?
Because I don't think the octagon is big enough for the amount of chickens it's going to take. Still, because I think you're going to need 400 to 600 chickens that are bred fighters. Because if the lion can move around a little bit too, it can swat, take out 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, like a lion is just
stick
gonna
and move.
fuck them up.
But after a while, because the chickens are flying up, they're slicing with talons and shit. They're going to do some damage, but it's going to take a good amount of them to be able to do the damage to take down a 600-pound king of the jungle.
I agree with you.
I'll go 400 chickens. 400 bred fighting chickens.
I mean, that's like the odds are just like that one of them gets it. Like I don't know, like you get like a vein or an artery maybe with like that. They get do they have the razors? Do they get the razors because they're fighting chickens?
They don't have the added razor on there, but they are bred to fight themselves, so they know how to use them talons and scratch, and they can still slice you with them talons, with them bird.
Now these chickens, do they turn on each other because they're
No,
bred to fight? Do they see each other and then you get like friendly fire? They know they have one duty.
Cohesive unit.
They have one job, and it's to fight the lion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like one swipe from the paw is taken out, especially in this enclosed space, 4 to 5 chickens at a time, because they're all packed in so tightly. And this thing is just rah, 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 rah. So right there, probably took out 15, 20 chickens. Bam, 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 bam.
He's got to get gassed, right? He's going to get gassed at some point, and that's when they sneak in.
But here's also the thing: an animal that's that big and powerful, the adrenaline of fighting for its actual life, it's going to take a bit to get it gassed.
That's what I'm saying. Are fighting for
after a while. Well, that's what I'm saying. But the chicken is so much less powerful. That's why I think it's going to take like 400 because, yeah, it's going to go. But after a while, wave after wave after wave of these chickens will finally overpower the lion.
I'm going to agree with you. I think 400 is too many. It's too many.
It's too many?
No, I know. I'm saying I think that's just too many for the lion to take.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. I think 400 is a solid number where it's like, I think maybe it would take slightly less than 400, but 400 is a solid number to be like, feel confident in that. Lion versus 400 bred fighting chickens. I think I go chickens. Just like he's outnumbered, man. You can only do so much. It's like
eventually they're gonna peck the eyes.
It's the classic like fighting a toddler. How many toddlers could we take before we get taken down? It's like at a certain point they're gonna get you.
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna get tired, can't lift my arms, fall down. The little kids gouge my eyes. It is.
He's gonna be all bloodied up and like just like I don't know. He's gonna lose blood after a while. Robert, what do you think? You agree?
I think I have to agree. I think Pat did a really good job of explaining his 400.
Very good job. Well done, Pat.
I'm on board.
Thank you.
400 chickens to take down a lion.
Can't do a lot of things in this world, but I can rationalize irrational fights.
Perfect. That was a good question, Josh Tree. Great start to the year, buddy. Great start to the year on that comeback tour. Our final one of the week is from our girl Glamour Perry at Glam for Life on Twitter. It's GLAM, the number 4 and LYFE. If you want to give her a follow. Glamour says, Glamour says, is the last slice of bread the heel or the butt? Also, if it's the end slice, is there ever a front slice? Are we really just buying half loaves?
Yeah, no, it's
the
just
heel.
It's the end. There's the end slices. It's not a heel or anything like that because the heel would imply that the other side's the toe.
I've always called it the heel.
I get that, and I always said, but it's just the end slice. Because technically, if that's the heel, then the first one you grab that you use is the toe. But if you're like me, most of the time you use all the bread and then you're down to the two ends.
So I like to make it feel like I'm eating a burger if you can have the two ends.
Right. And I got I have no problem with the ends. I just usually eat the other ones first and then I use the ends.
But yeah.
That's what I think. It's an end. And if it's the end slice, is there a front slice? No, it's two ends.
Yeah, because there's two ends. So it's like end to end.
There's a middle. There's no beginning. What did she say? Front?
Dude.
No, see, it wouldn't be. She goes, is there a front slice? No, because it would be a back slice and not the end.
You would have, if you're watching the video of it, you'd have the end and then slice to the end. So there's a beginning and an end. They're both the end, but they're also both the beginning, depending on which way you're holding it. There is an end. Bread is wild, though. Bread's a weird thing.
She says, are we just buying half loaves? No. If you have one end piece, you're probably getting a half, or at least an incomplete loaf. You got the two end pieces, you got a full loaf. You're good.
I agree with you on that. So yeah, we're not buying half loaves. But I do do you call it the heel or the butt? Or just the end? You just call it the end piece?
Yeah, it's the end piece.
Yeah.
I've always heard it called the heel.
I've heard that too. I've got no problem with that.
I've never heard it called the butt.
Yeah, it's not the butt.
I don't want no butt bread.
I almost said nobody wants to put butt in their mouth, but that ain't true.
It's always ass eating season.
It's always ass eating season.
Always ass eating season here.
Play that butt trumpet.
On that note.
You're welcome.
On that note, we're going to wrap things up. I am at Alex J. Middleton on Twitter. Pat's at not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Robert also has a fantastic podcast called A Recent Study Suggests with his wonderful girlfriend, Sam. You can check that out at A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Go like their Facebook as well. They got new episodes every Monday. So go like, subscribe, give it a listen, and give it a 5-star review.
Our next episode will be our 100th episode. So be on the lookout for that.
Ooh. Congratulations ahead of time, buddy.
Thank you.
Century mark.
It's a lot of pods. But check them out. Give them a subscribe. And you can listen to them wherever you're listening to this. I do a podcast called the Clear Big Blue Podcast. It's a soccer football podcast every Tuesday with my friend Mike Fish. We do it live if you'd like to join in on that. You can also listen to that wherever you listen to podcasts or watch it on YouTube. Just search Claret and Big Blue Podcast. And then make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Share us with a friend, please, man. New year. We'd like some new listeners and viewers as well. You, the Gravy Gang, we love you guys. If you'd like to help us grow the Gravy Gang, just share us with a friend. Just like, hey, you should check this podcast out. Anything helps. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to this. make sure if you're listening, go click the play on the YouTube version just to give us one more click. If you're watching it, click the play on the podcast version. Help us double dip a little bit. Appreciate it if you would do that. You guys are awesome. We love you guys. Thank you so much for giving us another year of PTG. I'm so happy to be back. I mean, we enjoyed the time off, but like I texted you guys today. I was like, I'm fucking ready to get back at it. Let's
so
go.
glad to be back.
Let's
so
fucking
glad.
go. Fucking killer answers questions. Keep them coming at Pass a Great Pod. Use the hashtag PTG answers. You guys are fucking awesome. Go Packers this weekend. Go Packers this weekend.
Go Pack. Go Pack. I don't know what
Go
the
Packers.
line is. I'm all over it. Just
All
bet the
over
Packers,
it.
guys. Don't think about
All over it. Go Packers. Go Giants. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you guys next week. And until then, pass the gravy. Yeah. Cheers!
Baggy sweatpants, Reeboks with straps. She turned around and gave that big booty a smack. She hit the